welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Robote Renegades and the Dehada Devils. And with that, want to welcome everybody into another edition of Battle Court Jai-Alai, continuing on with the Fall 23 season. Andrew Bleckman joined alongside Stu Nyman here. We'll get Stu over in a minute. We're going to get you the full slate for today. These 6 matches we'll get started with. Actually, first, let's take a peek up at those standings. Renegades at the top, 22 points to begin this season. Chargers in second place, 16.5. The Devils in action today. A couple game days behind, at least one game day behind the rest of the pack. They sit at 14, Cyclones with 13. You got the Warriors down there at 11.5. And the full slate we're going to get started with is 5th ranked doubles matchup. That will feature Joseph and Julian. Sorry, folks. I'm looking at Tuesday. Coming up today, we got Aratz versus Hiro here. 2nd ranked singles matchup. Apologize for that, folks. Renegades and Devils in action today. See Hiro coming out right now. We're going to see Aratz getting out on the court. These two gets a little practice going before the day gets started. Slate for today will be 3 singles and 3 doubles matches. Proper one getting started with Aratz versus Hiro, followed by Gosherry and Ubia against Douglas and Arta. Then Ben Iriondo in singles, 5th ranked matchup. Then we do have one substitute for today, actually 2 changes. Goanaga of the Renegades is out of all of his scheduled appearances, so in singles, Ubia, the 4th ranked player for the Renegades, will slide up and play Erbieta of the Devils in that 3rd ranked matchup. Then Gosherry and Ben will take on Douglas and Iriondo. And we're going to see Robin again up in the front court with Aratz for the Renegades, taking on Hiro and Erbieta, that 2nd ranked doubles matchup.
Andrew, how are you?
Stu, I'm doing well here. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Always like the warm-up before the first match. Always get an opportunity to see how the players are focused in, watch how they're getting loose. We typically have a 2-minute break in between each of our matches. Give the players just an extra minute to warm up here. And we will be ready to begin in probably less than a minute. Good matchup to begin with. Aratz has been on fire, but Hiro, man, in that practice earlier today, what an outside placement I saw him throw.
Always fun when these two battle it out. Top ranked, 2nd ranked singles matchup right here. See Hiro already with a record of 2-0 this season. Aratz has played 2 matches. He's won 1 and lost the other one. We're going to get ready with our opening match. Aratz will have the serve, meaning the Renegades will have the serve in all matches today to the Devils. Hiro ready to receive.
There's the serve by Aratz. We'll begin. Here's the backhand by Aratz to the inside. Hiro's there. Ball tipped. First point of this match goes to Aratz of the Robote Renegades. He serves. There's the backhand by Hiro. That ball touched the overhead screen. 2 points for Aratz. Serves.
I mean, 2 quick points here for Hiro. He's been a tough competitive 2nd ranked group, but he's really kind of settled in as one of the top ranked singles players here. Plus 500 in every season, including 6-2 last year. Tough competitor here for Aratz to start off his day.
Backhand by Hiro to the inside. Aratz is there. Backhand from the 11 line. Robote forehand by Hiro. Here's a catch by Aratz. 2-all. Hiro reaches out, makes a great grab. What a catch by Aratz. Beautiful catch and return by Hiro. Robote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Scoop by Hiro. There's the backhand. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Played, scooped up by Hiro. 2-all by Hiro, hits the pad, and the pad is bad. That's 3 points for Aratz. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first player to reach 6 points wins the set. The first player to win 2 sets wins the match. Aratz leads 3-0. He has the serve.
And historically, we've seen Hiro a little more conservative in these singles matches, but this season, the fall of 23, he's been a little bit more aggressive in that 2-wall, trying to open up towards those judges on the outside, but catches any part of the pad, it's out of play.
That's a point for Hiro. He serves.
Now see if that'll give Hiro a little momentum. First miss by Aratz, ranging back for that one deep in the backcourt. That was the only play to take that ball in the air. Already committed. No chance on that rebote.
Excellent catch by Aratz, meeting that ball at the side wall. Rebote coming out. Here is Hiro from the rebote. On the sidewall, tough play, big bounce. Hiro switches from right to left, backhand to the inside. Backhand. Will score to the outside. 4 points for Aratz. 1 for Hiro. Aratz serves. Have to admit, I'm a little surprised at this.
Just a slow start.
I'm telling you something, as well as we saw Hiro practicing earlier in the day.
Haven't quite seen that yet.
There's a backhand by Hiro, powerfully thrown. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall, on the side wall. This one's going to hit the overhead screen. It's now a 2-point game. Hiro has 2 points. Aratz has 4. Hiro serves.
And a big point there for Hiro. Kind of needed a quick one to bring the scoreline back to a manageable deficit here. Just 2 points. This is a common comeback right here to open it up to 5-1. You don't see many of those. Crucial point right here again for Hiro. And really good serve as well. Aratz doesn't miss many here in the back, but if anyone's going to get him, it's going to be these top-level front quarters, and that's Hiro.
There's a backhand by Aratz. Hiro's there. Rebote forehand. There's a catch by Hiro. Hiro low and hard to the inside. Aratz is there. Backhand. Backhand by Hiro. Rebote forehand to the inside. Hiro's there. Backhand. Rebote forehand is hooked. 3 points for Hiro. He serves.
Another mistake on that same type of throw. Aratz committing to the backcourt to try to make that catch in the air, but if he misjudges it by even a couple of inches, a couple of centimeters to whatever it may be, that ball's going to come right back out on him, and tough to get the rebote. You see all he could, but just coming up a little bit short. Just 1 point now, the deficit for Hiro. Really battling his way back in this opening match. Big tone setter as well. I mean, on paper, probably one of the more even matches of the day.
That ball sails too high. That's a point for Aratz. He has 5 points and a possible set point. There's the backhand by Hiro. Too hard, that hits the overhead screen. Point and set for Aratz of the Rebote Renegades, winning the first set 6-3. We'll put 2 minutes on the board. We'll come back out and take our next set.
And the second set, just a few minutes here. A couple of mistakes we're not used to seeing from Hiro. A few backhands getting away from him. There were 2 of the 6 points that Aratz had in that set, coming off of unforced errors by Hiro, just on the backhand alone. It's been a long time since we've seen him struggle with that overhead screen, but it's not working so far today.
Here we have some replays from first set of today's
This
action.
is a great catch. I mean, that low to control it and get it off in time. And
Keep it away from the screen, too, because you don't want to get tied up in that screen. But Aratz just reached in there and made a fantastic catch. Look at that. Catching the ball behind you is particularly difficult in the highline. This is all about Aratz and making these stops. He's so difficult to get the ball past.
he's getting by Hiro there. Forehand scoop on the outside. Definitely a tougher one.
There we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage with the Dehada Devils. See team captain CRB there on the left side of your screen. Hiro in the middle. Hiro, one of the players who prefers not to undo his cesta if he's got a good tie in between sets. And of course, Douglas. Getting some feedback on how he might be able to overcome Aratz.
Yeah, we will be seeing Douglas a couple times today. Don't think you're going to be seeing CRB, just captain's duties today for CRB, but a bunch of shots of him in the cage, cheering on these Devils. Ready to go with our second set. Hiro ready to serve. Very rare. I mean, if Hiro drops the first set, he usually does come back. Don't know the last time he was defeated in straight sets, but I think a long time ago, Stu. If it happened on this court, don't know if it has.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our next set. Hiro has the serve. Here's a backhand by Aratz. Rebote forehand to the inside. Aratz is there. Placement inside, scores. That point goes to Aratz. He leads 1-0 in the second set.
That Costado's such a great tool used to fake out the opponent. Hiro can't tell if Aratz is going to throw the 2-wall or whether he's going to drop it inside from that position, so he has to commit one way. Chose the wrong way.
There's the backhand by Hiro. Posty to the inside. What a catch by Hiro. That's well played. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote forehand to the inside. Hiro's there. Low and hard to the inside. Beautiful catch by Aratz. Hiro, Rebote forehand. Aratz winds up. Costado 2-wall. Stopped by Hiro. Hiro low and hard, and it's stopped by Aratz. Aratz backhand 2-all scooped up by Hiro.
Oh, he's
drop shot
there
by Hiro, but a little too much. Aratz has it. Throws the 2-all. Hiro stops it. Hiro
he's got to play.
Aratz catches it in the air. Inside placement will score. Such a series of catches and throws you just saw. Beautifully played by Aratz and Hiro. Aratz gets the point. That was
Boy, what a sequence.
Yeah.
Always fun up there in the front court.
Trying to throw the ball where your opponent's not. I mean, that's the goal. Try to throw the ball just out of reach. But you got to do it without holding it. You got to do it while moving. It's all tough.
I got to say, a couple good reads defensively by both players. Aratz positioning himself well. And how about the read on that 2-wall by Hiro? He faked inside and got out there in an instant. High-level play between these two.
There's the backhand by Hiro. Powerfully thrown. Rebote. 2-all. Does not open. It's stopped by Hiro. Hiro low and hard, and Aratz makes the diving save. Here's Hiro.
Oh, he threw it out.
Okay,
oh,
so
no.
That is a drop shot to the outside that is misfired. Went further outside than he expected. That's a loss of point. Aratz leads 3-0. He'll serve.
Boy, critical mistake right there. Just got to touch the front glass and keep it in the court.
That's an unforced error. It's Hiro turned around during his throwing motion, which is allowed, to see where his opponent was. Saw that he was lingering in the backcourt, threw a drop shot, just threw it out of play. Big backhand by Hiro. Catch by Aratz. There's the backhand. Ball tipped. 4 points for Aratz. He serves.
And just leaping a little bit early, the timing off on that jump, trying to take it overhead. Hiro just a little bit off today. I mean, we've seen him play some incredible highlight and a great season last year in singles. Just haven't quite seen that same Hiro today. As got to make his push here. It's a crucial point.
There's a backhand by Hiro. Robote to the inside. Here's Hiro. Backhand. Aratz sends it deep. Aratz makes the catch. 2-all. Stopped by Hiro. Karen by Hiro caught the pad. 5 straight points for Aratz. He has the serve and a possible match point. I mean, things just kind of, you talk about something coming off the tracks.
Not going right. I mean, it's 2 points that should have easily gone Hiro's way. Had Aratz, dead to rights on a couple of those and threw one, both of them off the court.
Yeah, you never like to see it. But unfortunately, both the scoring of points tends to build on itself in Jai-Alai. Also, the dropping of points tends to build on itself.
And also something to note throughout the day, been a long time since we've seen the Devils in action. Maybe a little bit of rust showing for Hiro as well. Almost 2 full weeks since we've seen any Devils.
Powerful throw by Hiro. Robote left side. Catch by Hiro. Drop shot.
Oh, he's going to get up there.
Aratz is there. He's got it. 2-all, 2 score. Point, set, and match for Aratz, taking it in straight sets for the Robote Renegades, 6-3, 6-0.
Big start for the Renegades. First points of the day going their way, and Hiro coming into that one as a favorite. Just not a Hiro-like performance we're used to seeing. Aratz, big win, 6-3, 6-0. Renegades up on the board. Look at that game day scoreboard now. Just add 1 to the Renegades total. Came into the day with 22. They now have 23 for the season. That's those bottom row of scores with all 5 teams and where they stack up. Again, the Devils came into today a full day at least behind the rest of the teams in this fall season of Battle Court. So a little bit behind, but they're still in 3rd place, holding on to that final playoff spot. Not a bad position at this point in the season. Coming up next, we do have a top-ranked doubles matchup early on in the day. Going to be a dandy here. Make sure you stay tuned. Before we get to that one, though, we're going to hear from Aratz, winner of our opening match. A dominant victory, setting the tone for his Renegade side.
Hey, Aratz, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you, thank you. I feel good. I think that I play well, but Hiro too, normally he play very better always. I think that he don't acertar his skill shots, and I think that I take a lot of difficult balls, but me too. I take one more ball than him, and I throw some kill shots well, and I think that was the
congratulations again on winning that match, and we'll see what else happens tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we thank Aratz. Let's quickly introduce our top-ranked doubles match coming up next for this Renegades team. It is Gosherry and Ubia. Played 2 matches already this season. They split 1-1. Lost the other one. Their opponents, Douglas and Arta. Again, it's been a while since we've seen this team. Started off 0-2 to begin this season, looking for their first win. Always a fun front court battle up there between Douglas and Gosherry, top-ranked players on their respective teams, and then both 4th-ranked players in the backcourt. So even match in terms of the ranks. Let's get it on, Stu. There's the serve. We begin. Arta from the outside. There's a sidearm forehand delivered back in. Ubia looking for the Robote, makes a save. Here's Douglas, whips it inside, low and hard, where it gets by Ubia to score. Douglas and Arta on the board first.
Gosherry always plays supremely confident. We know that. Good communication with his backcourter here. Douglas is always just a little extra on when he's going up against Gosherry.
Ubia takes a serve. Low running backhand. There's Arta with a good catch up at the 12 line. Gosherry cuts it off. Backed up to the 10. High and hard. This one passing. Robote. Forehand for Douglas. Ubia backing up to the 12 line. Hard backhand to the inside. Here's Arta. On a backhand. Low runner. Gosherry steps in. Has it the 8th line. Low bullet right back to Arta on the wall. Just missed. First point for the Renegades. They serve.
So if there's any weakness anywhere, Arta sometimes can be inconsistent with his catching. And obviously I think both Ubia and Gosherry from the Robote Renegades are going to be trying to take advantage of that. Douglas also where he's going to want to finish it off as quick as possible, like this.
Douglas cuts off the serve.
That's out.
The 2 wall is too wide. Gosherry and Ubia get their second point.
Douglas was wired to take that. If you went back and looked at a replay of him setting up for that serve, he wanted that serve. He positioned himself exactly where he thought it was going to go. He picked it. Wasn't looking to throw a hard 2-all. Was looking to split him up and just threw it out of play.
This big just cut off that serve would have been a nice combination. A little bit wide. Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Gosherry. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 lines.
One other thing that happens is no matter how good your serve is, and we have some powerful servers on this roster, if the opposing front court is picking your serve, it starts throwing you off. I think that's what we saw. Gosherry has a habit of double faulting, but...
Yeah, 2 bounces ruled before Arta got to the serve. That is an ace. 3-1 lead for Gosherry and Ubia.
That ball grabbed the side wall. How does that happen? Simple. The ball grabbed the side wall, came off at a wonky angle, and died.
Hard serve on the inside. Arta handles. Big backhand. Right on the side wall. Good pickup by Ubia deep in the backcourt. Low runner. Douglas going up to cut it off. There's a hard backhand. Here's Ubia from the 11. Low runner back inside. There's Douglas again. Robote forehand. Powered by Gosherry. Arta runs around it. Keeps it on the left side. Low runner back in. Catch by Ubia. Low runner. Arta now out of the way. Robote comes up the middle of the court. Gosherry on the forehand. Shoots it inside. Arta all alone. He picks it up. Gosherry there at the 10 line. Arta keeps it on the left side. Hard backhand. Puts it on the wall. Ubia out of the way. Gosherry has the Robote. Kicks off the sidewall. Douglas on the bounce. Whips the costado. High and hard. Ubia good positioning. He runs under it. Here's Douglas again. Backhand. Lobbed and past both Renegades. Gosherry on the move. He gets out there. He rifles that forehand Robote, or it is missed. A 4-1 lead for Gosherry and Ubia.
Gosherry's serve to start that series off came about as fast as anything that I've seen him throw. Just really, really blasting away. There's not a lot of conservative play in this match so far. It's all been pretty aggressive and violent.
I mean, all these guys throw it hard and, you know, kind of advertise the front court matchup between Douglas and Gosherry, but these backcourters are going to play a significant role in determining the outcome. So far, Ubia's been the better of the two. You see it in the score. Here's Gosherry, just above the pad. Arta, good body control to make that catch.
Wow, that was close.
Ubia from deep in the backcourt lifts it back to the left side of Arta. Arta, high and hard, right to Ubia. Powerful backhand is on the wall. Arta backed up to the 13. Bob's another one. Gosherry going to get in there. Robote's coming out. Forehand Robote. Saved by Douglas, coming back to Ubia. Low runner. Douglas crouching down, takes in. This one pass, both Renegades. Forehand Robote. Arta running up under it. His backhand. Slows it down. Oh, the pass, both of them again. Cutting back to the inside. The Robote fired up the middle. Arta with the forehand now. Puts it back up the middle. Ubia from the right side. 10 line. Douglas all alone for the Robote. Diving save back inside. Gosherry calls him off. He gets in for the Robote. Douglas, good pickup. Whips it outside.
That's beautiful.
The Philo scores for Douglas.
That was spot on beautiful. Douglas was absolutely locked in concentration-wise. saw where Gosherry was. That's what we talk about court positioning, is how you're moving towards the ball that you have to catch. See this? Douglas advances, and then boom, straight to the outside. Just beautifully, I mean, such power. Both of these front quarters just have tremendous, tremendous power and accuracy.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Douglas. Here's Arta from deep in the backcourt. High, hard backhand. Ubia going to keep it on the left side. Here's Douglas up at the 8. Powerful backhand again, passing. Cutting back inside. I'll kick off the sidewall there. Gosherry rifles it. Right to Douglas. Ubia now from the 11 line. What a big backhand by Ubia. Comes shooting off the back wall. Douglas has Erbieta. Drops it inside. Good pickup. Another backhand out of the reach of Douglas. There's Arta. Good pickup. Right off the side wall. Ubia, another powerful backhand coming right to Arta. 13 line. Lobs this one up. Pass to Ubia. Gosherry calls him off on the Erbieta. Douglas cuts it off. Costado right on the inside. Ubia running around it. He's got the Erbieta. Douglas on the forehand now. Back inside, low and hard, where it's scooped. Arta's backhand got away from him up in the overhead screen and out of play. 5-2 lead for the Renegades. They have a possible set point.
That was just unfortunate. Truth of the matter is that Ubia is doing a much better job
good
today
sequence.
than we've seen it. Yep, no. Douglas is really just blasting it to him, both from the forehand and the backhand. Ubia is catching them consistently.
See, now that Ubia is kind of reading that inside placement from Douglas, maybe if Douglas mixes in a couple of those split placements, the second set here, later on this first set, maybe a little more open now. Powerful serve is tipped. Point and set to Gosherry and Ubia of the Renegades. They take it 6-2. 2 minutes up on the board. We'll play our second set.
It's rather fortunate that we still have a back wall, because otherwise that ball would still be headed to the Atlantic Ocean here in sunny Miami. What a serve, huh?
Man, well, two points off the ace, and you know it's a big weapon for Gosherry. A couple misses. I mean, the 1-2 wall from Douglas, I mean, just kind of unlucky. I mean, sometimes that's going to land in, sometimes might kick off the court. Just kind of a bad break there, and that's half the points up on the board for the Renegades already. And then it gets pretty tough when you're playing against that guy up in the front court. How to be behind him, Stu. Good sequence, good catching today. Definitely improved thus far in the fall 23 season.
We're on the ESPN 3 players cage. Both teams retired at the same area. Their teammates are allowed to come back, give them feedback, advice, guidance, whatever they need. See Ben there. An air machine, a cool air machine, if I'm not mistaken. There's a little ice in there. See Douglas putting his helmet back on, getting some feedback from CRB.
I mean, if you're this Devils team, Stu, I mean, it's a tough matchup against the Renegades, but you got to take those chances. I mean, Douglas aggressive. He cut that one off high at the 5 line, then whipped the field to the outside. Just a gorgeous combination. Going for some tougher catches and maybe going for it a little bit more. He's got to find a way to score against this Renegades team that has some great offense, but don't talk about the defense enough. They don't miss many.
Renegades learning from last year that every game day has to count. Just every game day absolutely
crucial.
Positively has to count.
Every point valuable. Again, 1 point per singles win for your team, 1.5 points per doubles win. This day where we have 3 singles matches and 3 doubles, 7.5 total points, which means there's not going to be a tie. One of these teams is going to win the day. Renegades taking the first point. They're looking to add another 1.5 right here and open up a sizable lead. Douglas ready to serve. Again, our second set, our second match. There's the serve. Our second set's underway. Here's Arta, left side. Backhand. It's going to be cut off by Gosherry. He rifles this one. Arta steps back, takes it at the 13. Ubia on the inside at the 11 line. Douglas. No call. He's got the rebote, though. Ubia going up the wall, down with the ball. Hard backhand, kicking up and out. Douglas, rebote left side, right up the middle. Scoop by Gosherry. Gosherry puts it to the inside. What a catch by Arta. Beautifully done there in the corner. Gosherry 2-all. Douglas stops it on the outside. Douglas powers it back to the left side of Gosherry. Gosherry whips it up the middle. What a scoop by Arta. Arta's forehand delivered back to the left side of Ubia. Backhand just above the pad. Arta out of the way. There's Douglas. Tough rebote save. Gosherry committed, then backs up. Has it on the forehand. Shoots it inside. What a pick off by Douglas. Not going to let it get to the backcourt. Here's Ubia now from the 13 line. Just above the pad. Douglas switching from left to right. Shoots a forehand, low and hard. There's Ubia. Oh, runner just above the pad. That's a tough pickup. Backed up to the glass. The backhand clears the overhead screen. Rebote to the outside is tipped. A well-played point going to the Renegades. Gosherry and Ubia. Start off our second set. Opening point.
It's the kind of day that makes you happy that you're not a judge. You know, I don't want to be anything.
A player, yeah.
Exactly. I don't want to be on that court without a cesta or a giant piece of glass to protect
medieval
me from the ball.
armor. I think I would
because
need,
the ball. These guys are throwing the crap out of the ball. I mean, they're pounding the ball, especially in the front court.
Yeah.
And with both Douglas and Gosherry, it's like they throw to one. If that doesn't work, I'm blasting it to the other one.
Beautiful serve by Gosherry is an ace. Second point for the Renegades.
You can't catch a serve that you can't see.
Boy, and that low too, Stu. That's trouble. I mean, hard to control.
Now, if that's coming at waist level or higher, definitely have easier play on that. If you're reaching down to try to make that catch, forget about it.
Yeah, that ball, I mean, it's going to pop out of the basket a lot of times. See if he goes back to that serve. Already 3 aces in this match. Arta handles that one on the left side. Low runner. Here's Ubia. Ubia just launches that one. Douglas, good reflexes, picks it off. Ubia now from the 12 line. Hard backhand. Here's Arta. Here's Ubia from the 11 line. Backhand kicks off the side wall. A lot of spin. Good body control again. Keeps it on the left side. Gosherry comes across court. Hard backhand. Here's Arta again. Gosherry flying catch at the 10 line, gets the backhand off, cutting to the inside. Arta, another backhand, on a pass with it. It's back to Ubia. Finally getting this one to pass. Here's Douglas on the rebote, powerfully thrown, comes back to Ubia. Another low runner just out of reach. This one comes shooting out. Douglas 2-all return, lands in. Gosherry stops it on the bounce, shoots it inside.
What a catch by Arta.
Man,
that was nice.
Rebote on the inside with a big bounce is tipped.
That wasn't.
3-0 lead for Gosherry and Ubia.
For those of you who may be new to Jai-Alai, people ask the question all the time, have for many years. 40 years as far as I know, because I've been hearing the question. He made such fantastic catches. How does he miss that ball? It's like, very simple. Very simple. Margin of error of about a ½ inch. If you held that ball up in the middle of the cesta, about a ½ inch of space on either side, have to line it up perfectly. The faster the ball is moving, the more difficult it is to catch. One catch seems easy. A slow ball can be very difficult.
Douglas, the 2-wall is too wide. 4-0, Renegades lead.
I give Douglas complete credit for even stopping that ball. Gosherry was just blasting that serve. Douglas steps in front of it like it's no issue.
Yeah.
But trying to pair that up with a kill shot, it's a little tough.
I mean, got half the combinations. A couple times he's cut off the serve. The finish, left a little to be desired. One time just off the court, the back corner. Another time just wide there on the 2-wall.
For anyone who may be new to highlight those boundary lines that you see on the ground, much like you see in tennis or another sport, except in this case, the ball touches the line, it's out.
Here's Arta, backhand. High and hard, that one passing. Rebote's coming out. Gosherry, the 2-wall is too low.
There'll be no shutout here. The Devils are on the board with a point. Yes, even a player with the sharpness of Gosherry can drop it into the pad, and that was the case there.
Yeah, just a little bit wild maybe on the 2-wall attempt, kind of throwing it a little bit too hard as opposed to going for control and getting that ball to open up. As an underserve, second serve coming up for Douglas. Second serve is good. Ubia from the forehand. Shoots it inside. Here's Arta. Backhand. Kicking up and out. Erbieta left side for Gosherry. Arta all alone. He makes the pickup. Here's Ubia from the 10 line. Powerful backhand. Here's Arta now. Lobs another one up. That one actually going to pass both Renegades. Gosherry has Erbieta to the inside. Here's Douglas. Lobs it up. Ubia steps up, takes it in the air. Rifles another one by Arta. Oh, that one's going to open up to the outside. Douglas, he reads it, not going to get out there to dig it out. It's a 5-1 lead for the Renegades. They have a possible set, a possible match point.
Always hard to call this. Don't know that it. I did know that it was going to get to 3 sets. Still could. We could see it come back here, but it's not just been based on how aggressive Gosherry's been playing. It's been based on how well Ubia has been playing in the backcourt. He is
standout performer.
Yeah, whatever issues he's had with catching last couple outings, not been evident today.
That is an underserve. Second serve coming up for Gosherry. Backhand by Arta on the inside. Ubia. Backhand and powerfully thrown up at the 12 line. Arta standing in the corner. Takes it off. Ubia from the 10 line. Low runner again. Right on the wall. Arta. Backhand. Running back to the inside. Yeah. Step in there, takes it. Low runner. Comes shooting out. That's on the wall. Douglas just flicks it up. Gosherry on the move. Takes it on the left side. The drop shot. Both Devils there. Arta. He comes up with it.
That's a tough
forehand Erbieta. Ooh, that stays inside. Arta, good range. He's back there on the inside with the catch. Gosherry, left side Erbieta. Just drops it inside, slows it down for a moment. Here's Arta again. Low runner back inside. Ubia, good catch off the wall. Low runner. Douglas digs it out, drops it inside. Gosherry backing up. What a beautiful catch. Nice control. Able to get it to pass. Forehand Erbieta dropping. Gosherry calls him off on the back end. Douglas flying catch. The filo outside is scooped. High Costano with a big bounce is controlled by Arta. Arta, the low runner, back in. Good positioning by Ubia. He's got it. Arta up high on the left side. There's a backhand. Gosherry calls for the Erbieta. Slows it down. He whips it up the middle. Clean miss by Arta. The Erbieta is up in the overhead screen. Point, set, and match. Gosherry and Ubia take it in straight sets, 6-2, 6-1. What a point right there to close it out, Stu. High energy. And some really well-played points throughout that match. Really as close as the scoreline would indicate. Decisive victory for the Renegades in that one. They lead the game day 2.5 points to 0. Strong play by the Renegades there, that top-ranked doubles team. How about Ubia there in the backcourt? I mean, just a couple misses in that match. I mean, Renegades only gave up 3 points, but man, he was solid there in the backcourt. Critical matchup there against Arta in the back end. Ubia definitely came out the winner in that one. We will be hearing from that winning team, Gosherry and Ubia. 2-1 in their first 3 matches to begin this fall 23 season. The Renegades have put Gosherry and Aratz out there. The first 3 seasons we've played of Battle Court, that was the #1 team for these Renegades. But this season, they chose to put Ubia back behind Gosherry, and it's worked out so far. Ready to go with that top-ranked team for the Renegades, Gosherry and Ubia. Here they are.
All right, Gosherry, Ubia, congratulations on winning that match. How are you guys feeling right now?
Thank you. Feeling good. Once again, we were able to actually contribute towards major points against a pretty special team against us. And yeah, that's why we're actually really happy.
What was the strategy playing against them today?
maybe take off to Douglas, no, from the game. We did a very good job, and happy for the win.
Well, guys, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens in today's game day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's quickly introduce our fifth-ranked singles coming up next to see if the Renegades can keep this going. They got Ben representing their team in the fifth singles spot, taking on Iriondo of the Devils. Iriondo 0-2 to begin his singles season here in the fall 23. Ben of the Renegades, he's 2-0 still. See if Ben can continue that streak here. Iriondo looking to get his first win. See what gives right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match. Ben has to serve. There's the backhand for Iriondo. Ben on the backhand. Iriondo's there. Backhand to the inside. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Ben. Iriondo now from the 7 line. Outside placement, not outside enough. Here's Ben. Outside placement, scores. First point goes to Iriondo. Fault over serve. There's the backhand by Ben. Robote forehand by Iriondo. Ben makes the catch. Ben right up the middle. Iriondo's there. Ben on the catch. Backhand now from the 11 line. Powerfully thrown to pass. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Iriondo goes outside with it. That lands outside of play. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Ben will serve for the Robote Renegades.
I mean, good to see Iriondo mixing in a couple more shots. I mean, just started in professional highlight in the spring 23 season. He's come a long way since then. Back in those early singles matches, he was just passing to the inside, wasn't throwing anything. Now he's a little more comfortable with the court, starting to move Ben around a little bit.
There's a backhand by Iriondo to the inside. Robote left side by Ben. Iriondo tip ball mid-court. 2 points for Ben of the Robote Renegades. He serves.
Ooh, that could be trouble, and it is too. Boy.
That ball ends in perfect to score. That's a 3rd point for Ben, and he has the serve.
Boy, sometimes you go with that high costado, you get a clip off the side wall. Iriondo's got to know that that ball looks like it's going to land in. He's got to take that ball in the air. Point's going to be over. Ben getting away with one right there. Worked out for him really nicely.
There's the backhand by Iriondo. A beautiful catch at the side wall. Powerful backhand. Iriondo makes the catch. Robote left side to the inside. Ball missed. That's a 4th point for Ben, and he serves.
Again, just really some rust mistakes by this Devils team, and don't know if that has anything to do with the fact they've been out of action for about a week and a half or so, but looks like it early on. I mean, every first set, they've just struggled to put points up on the board, and Iriondo usually pretty spot on with the catching. You don't see him miss them like that very often.
Iriondo makes a fine catch. There's the backhand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. That's in play. Iriondo makes the catch at the 6th line.
That's a good one.
Iriondo will get a 2nd point and the serve.
That's what you got to do with Ben. You got to put the ball at his feet, force him to make the catch on the move. And if you can do that, probably going to be more likely to put points up on the board. You put it above his waist. He's got great hand-eye coordination, a former wide receiver for the University of Miami and in professional football, so this guy knows where the ball's going to go, and he could bring it in the basket.
Robote forehand line drive. That's a great catch by Ben. Nice stop of the ball at the 9 line. Robote, that rebound off the back wall to the inside, nice and clean. Here's the backhand by Ben. Robote. Robote forehand missed. 5 points for Ben, possible set point. There's the backhand by Iriondo.
Land out.
Ball lands out. Third point for Iriondo. He serves. What a catch by Iriondo at the 12 line. That's beautiful. Ben gonna look for the Robote. A 2-all Robote. It opens, but Iriondo's on it. Soft carry.
Oh, he caught the top of the pad.
Iriondo caught the top of the pad, which is bad. That's 6 points. And the set for Ben of the Robote Renegades. We'll put 2 minutes up on the board, come back out, and play our next set.
Golly, Stu. I mean, a couple of these 2-walls by the Devils are just less than inches away. I mean, millimeters away from scoring. Hiro and one to the outside, that one Karam catching the pad, and there's Iriondo dropping one atop the pad. Not easy to do that.
There the players are in the ESPN3 players cage. And I see some of the Miami alkaline water there.
Some of the best in South Florida, Stu.
With the custom World Jai-Alai League logo there on the side. Here we have Gosherry on the right side of the screen, sporting a new do. Giving Ben some feedback. I imagine he's telling Ben, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Ben's got a full minute. He's
getting back out there.
Yeah,
I've always wondered, does Ben, he always is quick to give some cool air to his, teammates.
How come they don't hook him up?
That's what I was going to ask, huh?
Here's the whole thing. What you and I would do for each other, we can't ask everybody else to do for each other. You see?
That's fair, Steve.
Isn't that unfortunate?
Well, and Ben, the former captain of the Renegades, now Gosherry this season, but when they were champions, it was Ben.
That's right.
Great captain. He's a great captain.
No question about it.
Going above and beyond for his teammates.
Ben already ready to begin. Here we are with Iriondo in the ESPN3 players cage. Here with Captain CRB. Giving him some feedback. I imagine he's telling him basically settle down because Iriondo's has missed some balls that we see him catch regularly. So, and Ben just been spot on that first set. About 5 seconds to go before we begin our second set. Reminder: the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. We're ready to begin our second set. Iriondo will have the serve. Fault, over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
See Iriondo just tying back in here.
Here's the backhand by Ben, powerfully thrown to the inside. Robote. Catch by Ben. Ben, powerful costado to the inside where it scores. Ben first up on the board in the second set. That is something that Ben has absolutely been working on. So the costado throw, you'll see right here, from shoulder level. Now he could be throwing a 2-all, which is what Iriondo's waiting for. He could throw it inside. He could throw a split placement. He can do a number of things with it, or just drop it inside with a drop shot.
Got that inside placement for Ben so effective because of the power he gets on it.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's the catch by Iriondo. Backhand from the 11 line goes wall to wall.
Big backhand there.
Catch by Iriondo. Powerful throw. Ben's there. Tip ball.
Just missed.
We're all tied up. 1 point apiece here in the second set. Once again, reminder of the scoring. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Again, those balls a little bit lower. Difficult for Ben to catch. You see crouching down there. That was feet level, right on the ground. Just tipped it.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for a second serve. Forehand by Ben. Here's a catch by Iriondo. Ball tipped. 2 points for Iriondo. He serves.
I don't know, not what we're used to seeing with Ben there on the catch. I mean, that serve brought him all the way up to the 7 line, just kind of lobbed a forehand up. Not too difficult of a catch for Iriondo. Then really focused too much on that catch, knocking it down there in the backcourt. Got to lock back in here. Took that first set handily, but Iriondo's a tough competitor and only getting better. Not his best played set in that opening one, so still a lot of highlights to be played.
That is an underserve. Second serve coming up. Here's a catch by Ben, backhand to the inside. Robote left side. Catch by Iriondo. Ben, backhand on the 12 line to the inside. Iriondo's there. Drop ball. 2-2. We're all tied up. Ben serves.
Again, just another one, not expecting Iriondo to miss. I mean, above his waist on the left side, that's kind of been his bread and butter for the course of his time here in his Battle Court League with Magic City, and haven't undone here today.
Catch by Ben. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Iriondo. Will score. 3 points for Iriondo, and he has the serve.
There's Ben again, just a tip ball from that left side. Sloppy play from both players here, but trading points. Close second set here. Iriondo jumps out that point ahead, 3-2 lead.
Under serve, second serve coming up. There's a catch by Ben. Backhand from the 11 line to the inside. Robote left side with a light touch. Ben
on the move.
Great legs. He got there. Powerful forehand, low end, hard end. What a catch by Iriondo. There's a catch by Ben. Backhand blasted. Robote's kicking all the way out to the 4 line. Turned right up the middle. Stopped by Ben. Ben, nice 2-all. Iriondo stops it. Judges out of the way. Forehand play by Iriondo. Robote. There's a catch by Iriondo. Powerful forehand. Ben's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Robote forehand. Carom by Ben. That is beautifully executed by Ben to score. 3-3. Ben serves.
Boy, that carom coming from Ben, the kill shot from the right side of the player's body, coming from the forehand. Directionally moves the same way as that Costado 2-wall. It's off the side wall first, then the front wall, opening up towards those judges there on the outside. Beautiful carom right there. Ties it up, 3-3.
There's a backhand by Iriondo. There's the forehand by Ben. Iriondo's there. Ben on the catch. Forehand.
Oh, to the outside.
To the outside.
Oh, tough to control.
And juggled. That's 4 points for Ben, and he has the serve.
I like that if Ben goes for the outside placement, not throwing it low and hard, putting it high off the front wall, resulting in a bigger bounce, because if Iriondo gets out there, just a little more difficult to control. You see right there, just trickling out of the basket. Nice run here for Ben. He leads it 4-3.
Here's the rebote for Ben. Powerful throw. Oh, my. Oh, my. That is a Magic City bounce, and there's no stopping that one. That grabbed a hold of the side wall and turned left. Or right, if you're looking at it from our view. 5-3. And what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that ball has to come out.
Yeah,
it's basically what we call a Magic City bounces, is you could see right there on the side wall between the 12 and 13 line, there are ridges in between. There you see any one of those ridges, and some stick out a little bit more than others. And they're, highlight a game of inches. It catches one of those edges, and it cuts right into the tape.
You'll see a good
it
look
here.
here.
You'll see.
Look at this bounce.
Okay, this ball is just supposed
Bam.
to come straight back. That ball hit up top and just makes a,
Great look here. Credit to the replay crew backs. Yeah,
And
look
so
at that. That opens up.
And just so you guys, especially if you're new to highlight, the court is the court. There's no replaying anything like that. That is the same spot for anybody who happens to hit it. So
Yeah, just an unfortunate break for Iriondo at this stage of the match, Ben. A couple points to work with to close it out.
fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Iriondo. Catch by Ben. Ben hard throw. Wall to wall. Robote coming out.
Oh, to the inside.
What a catch
Great
by Iriondo. Ben's there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote forehand. What a scoop by
Beautiful.
Ben. That's a beautiful catch. Big backhand by Ben. Robote forehand is hooked. Point, set, and match. Ladies and gentlemen, for Ben of the Robote Renegades, winning in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3.
3 in a row in straight sets for the Renegades. They lead the game day 3.5. Still none for the Devils. Up next to the match where you have a very significant advantage if you are the Devils. You got your third-ranked player, Erbieta, taking on Ubia, who is substituting for Goanaga. Suffered that right arm injury dating back to his last time out for the Renegades. Ubia coming in here for the Renegades against Erbieta. Just about 2 minutes. That game day score. Oh man, the Renegades. Great start to this Fall 23 season. They can get a win right here. They would open up a 10-point lead over second place. It's pretty sizable. We'll play just a couple game days to begin this season. Get a full schedule. Will be 16 full game days per team. So we're still in about the first quarter of this Fall 23 season, approaching the end of the first quarter of this first season. See the practice going on between our next singles competitors, Ubia, the Renegades, Erbieta for the Devils. Before we get into that match, we will hear from Ben. Undefeated to begin his single season, Stu. Probably his best performance. Started off a little bit slow in his opening match, but he is 3-0, playing some good highlight. Here he is. Let's hear from Ben.
All right, Ben, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good to come through from a team, put another win on the board. Yeah, feel good.
What was your strategy playing tonight?
Iriondo has a very unique style, so I kind of wanted to just make him as uncomfortable as he made me to like even it out.
Well, Ben, congratulations again on winning that match, and we'll see what else happens on today's game day.
Appreciate you.
And that'll take us to the introduction of our fourth match of the day. Fourth match of 6, Erbieta and Ubia. And Goenag originally scheduled in this match for the Renegades. He is out of all of his scheduled appearances today. It affects this fourth match and also our sixth and final match. Ubia 0-1 as a fourth-ranked player to begin this season. Tough loss against Spinner. Play him pretty hard, back and forth matchup. Erbieta 1-1 as a third-ranked player. Gotta give the edge to Erbieta here, but Ubia played pretty well in that opening match. See if he can carry that over into this singles appearance. There's a serve by Ubia. We begin with an overserve. Second serve coming up.
Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That was pretty over. Second serve coming up, though.
Second serve is good. The backhand by Erbieta. Robote, left side, comes out to the middle of the court. Erbieta, high hard forehand, getting this one to pass. He overran it, comes back, makes the save. Erbieta again, gets that forehand up overhead. Ubia, left side Robote, kicks off the sidewall. Erbieta, backhand. Again, just gonna pass with it. Opening up to the middle of the court, Ubia has another one. Erbieta from the outside now, low and hard. There it scores. Well played for Erbieta of the Devils. He's on the board first.
Easier said than done. Of course, it's always easier to say it when you're sitting in an announcer's booth comfortably in chairs that recline. Is throwing it low and hard to your opponent's left side and passing is not so much a goal, but it's a really good strategy when you can do it. Erbieta figured that out last time he played singles. Seems to be applying it here. Let's see if he continues.
Man, you've got a reclining feature in that chair, Stu?
Yes, I do. I paid extra.
We'll have to talk. Backhand comes right up the middle. Robote left side. That one floating. Ubia picks it up at the 9 line. Hard backhand. Well, out of the reach of Erbieta. Forehand Robote pushed outside. Really not a lot on it. Ubia, 2-wall, too low. Second point for Erbieta.
It was a sufficient distance from Erbieta to be safe, but still. That was head level.
That hesitation was.
Yeah, you never like to see that, especially as hard. I mean, Ubia throws as hard as anyone on the roster, and that was the right shot to throw by Ubia. Erbieta was standing close to the side wall, so if you're in a position to do so, crack the 2-wall, put it out of your opponent's reach. But, yeah.
Here's Ubia from the forehand, shoots it inside. There it is tipped. Ubia gets on the board, his first point.
So this wave that you see, the extension of the hand, is basically an apology. It's like, hey man, I know I was in your way. It's not interference, but I do know that I was in your way.
Bote 2-all with a big bounce. Erbieta's got to play on it. Shoots it low and hard again from the outside. Going to be a tough Rabote. Ubia with it the whole way. That's a great save. There's a backhand to the inside, passing Ubia. Getting out there for the Rabote. Powerfully turned from the right side. Erbieta gets the backhand off. Into the corner. Ubia coming back for it again. Digs it out. Big forehand by Erbieta again. Passing. Rabote left side. That stays inside. Right on the sidewall. Dropping low. Erbieta just flicks it up. Keeps the rally going. Ubia up at the 6 line. A little too hard. Erbieta's got to play on the Rabote. He saves it. Ubia running around it. Has it on the forehand now. Delivers it over the top. What a scoop by Erbieta now. Erbieta back to the inside. Right at the feet. Is missed. What a well-played point by both players. Erbieta takes it. He has a 3-1 lead.
It is really an example of Ubia just basically blasting one after the next from the left side and the right side, just throwing as hard as you can. I mean, there is a strategy. When you throw as hard as he does, I mean, you can get away with that. But Erbieta basically saying no, no, no every time and just catching them. Yep. If you can throw it at me as hard as you want, I'm going to catch it. I've never said that, by the way, for the record.
High bouncing serve. Ubia in the corner, could not control it. That's going to be 4 points. Erbieta still serving here in our opening set.
Yeah, ball just missed there on the...
Getting that bounce and
on the
pinning
left
Ubia
side,
deep in the corner. That's what you want. Not a lot of space back there.
Erbieta has been playing smart highlight. He's been playing really, really smart highlight here, especially in the singles.
It comes out on the left side. Here's Erbieta. Backhand to pass. Ubia coming back for it. Digs it out from the forehand. Erbieta going up. He's got it up overhead. Beautiful catch. Gets the backhand to clear and pass. Forehand Rabote does not clear. That's in the overhead screen and out of play, giving Erbieta 5 points. He's got a possible set point.
Yeah, unforced errors on the part of Ubia, just seemingly having a difficult time getting a handle on the ball.
Just good strategy here by Erbieta as well. Knows probably the weakness in Ubia's game is that Rabote, and new to this court as well. Doesn't have as much practice as some of these other guys, so force into Rabote consistently, be patient, wait for your opportunity. And he struck at the right times. 5-1, looking to take the set.
He's back.
Backhand, laid up on the Rabote by Erbieta. Ubia middle of the court. The 9 line, shoots it high and hard. Erbieta steps in, takes it off the side wall. Backhand into the corner. Ubia coming back for it, turns it high, a little too high. Up in the overhead screen, which is out of play. Point and set. Erbieta takes it 6-1. 2 minutes, we'll play our second set. So we have Erbieta there taking the opening set 6-1. Again, ranking advantage here, taking on Ubia, who is substituting for Goanaga. But you noted Erbieta's controlled play in this fall 23 season of Battle Court. Just a different player than he was last season. His only loss thus far came to the hands of Carballo in that third-ranked singles group, who's been playing some of the best highlight regardless of rank here this season. A couple of highlights here. One of the points for Ubia, crossing in front right there. You see the apology, a little hand gesture to indicate that maybe got in the way a little bit. Forehand back to the inside. How about this? I mean, positioning on that Rabote, pretty spot on for a guy that's been playing only about his 5th or 6th match out on this court. This one kicking up high. How about that by Erbieta? Beautifully done. Up overhead. Man, spectacular. not overly complicated. Haven't seen any two walls being thrown in this match.
No.
I mean, just steady play, consistent play, waiting for that one opportunity. And Erbieta just some low hard forehands. The good recipe for success here.
Erbieta with Hiro there in the ESPN 3 players cage. Hiro basically telling Erbieta, just, hey, more of the same, just continue.
Can get our second set coming up here. Will be Ubia with control of the serve. And see if he can utilize that power to his advantage here. Erbieta's backcourter not as comfortable playing the ball over his head and throwing some of those rebotes. So see if Ubia, the one, can put him on the defensive to begin some of these points in our second set. There's the serve. We begin with an overserve. Second serve coming up for Ubia. And folks, just a little bit of, yeah, we will be back here in just a few moments. Taking a pause as little internet issue back here, but it has been resolved. It is kicking back up, and we will continue on with this set with Erbieta leading 1-0. We will get that point up on the board in a moment.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, as always in South Florida, we tend to have some lightning and some electronic issues. And we have these power surges, and whenever we have a power surge, it sometimes affects the audio, visual, and scorekeeping equipment. Obviously,
Yes.
we're in the process of rebooting the
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are holding for a technical issue.
For Erbieta, we just we cannot assign that point right now, trying to do so. So we'll make a note of that. But again, it is a 1-0 lead for Erbieta. He did win the first set 6-1. So we are in our fourth match, second set. Erbieta will be serving with a 1-0 lead when we get this issue resolved.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate your patience with these technical difficulties. Completely beyond our immediate control. I'm basically, just so you know, I'm sitting here looking at what should be a scoreboard. It's going, spinning, going round and round. But look how patient our judges are.
The best in the business. Huh?
Look at those patient. Look at how patient they are. To those of you, whether you're tuned in on ESPN3 or, of course, DraftKings, and you have some action on the game, we appreciate your patience with this delay.
And while we have a moment, Stu, let's remind the folks at home that DraftKings is the official sports betting partner of Court Jai-Alai and the World Jai-Alai League. DraftKings available in select states. We are holding here and waiting. Yeah. On the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gosherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop
what an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gosherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one. And folks, we are back here now, still in a bit of a technical delay.
It's not a bit.
It is a significant
It is very much a technical delay. We do appreciate your patience. Fortunately, this happens very rarely. Good time to remind you of our schedule. If you've enjoyed everything you've seen right up to the power failure here at the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida, we are here every Monday and Tuesday at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m. That's going to be straight now through December. Once again, you are watching a break in the action of Battle Court. And as frustrating as it is for you, imagine what it must be like for Erbieta and Ubia, who are just getting into a rhythm.
That is the ultimate icing of the kicker, if you will. I mean, this is, this is like the Super Bowl. When the lights went out in the Super Bowl and it was completely out of their control, this is a similar situation. There's just nothing we can do. Got to wait for it to power back on. So.
Oh, we have to be able to keep score at a minimum. I mean, we do have a clear window back here that folks can see us through. Yeah, and I could get a dry erase marker, but I don't think that would go over well with the betting public.
I don't think that's not too official. I'm with you.
I just don't. I mean, imagine if you're in one of the new states. For instance, we just had Massachusetts come on last week, and first of all, if you're tuned into Massachusetts on your phone, welcome. And sorry for the delay in the action. Again, we've had a power surge and an outage down here that has struck our scorekeeping equipment. But how would you feel if you're up there in Massachusetts saying, yes, I finally get to bet on Jai-Alai. I finally get to bet on Jai-Alai. And then you're watching, and then there's some guy with a beard there making tick marks on the back window keeping score. I wouldn't think that was very professional. Would you?
Nah, Stu, I'm with you. 100%.
So put the dry erase marker away because I saw you going for it.
Slide that back in the pocket here. Let's play a fun game, Stu. We're going to list off all the states where we are we're DraftKings eligible, and I want you to give me a fond memory of all these states. You ever been in Ontario in Canada, first and foremost? You ever been to Canada?
Yes, I've definitely been to Canada.
Really? That's good. I've never been.
Yes, I've definitely been to Canada, and I have been to Niagara Falls. But
Oh,
you know,
so
a
you're,
lot of people have. But I've been a little deeper in Canada as well.
Okay.
But
So
it's been many, many years.
fond memories.
Fond memories of Canada. The Canadian people are wonderful.
Beautiful.
And
great
fortunately,
people.
very patient people.
Yes, that's what I've heard as well.
Yes.
So if you're joining us from Ontario, stick with us. We'll be back here in a moment. How about Arizona? I have a lot of fond memories in Arizona. Good golf out there.
I have not left the airport in Arizona.
Now, Sky Harbor, sure.
I was
Yeah.
there last year, about a year ago. It was about 1,000 degrees outside. I did not have a chance to exit Sky Harbor, but when we flew out, it was beautiful. Forget it. There are not enough layers of clothes to keep you warm on that Chicago waterfront.
Take it from me, folks. I'm here in South Florida. Tells you everything you need to know.
You don't even go back.
But it's beautiful.
When was the last time you were there in the winter?
Oh, winter for a couple days. But this past holiday season. But
Okay.
it's like 24 to 48 hours. But
All right, that'll
beautiful
work.
place in the summer. Probably the best in the summer. Check it out. All right, moving on here. Kansas. Ooh, that's one I've never been to.
Look, to our friends in Kansas, if you're watching Highline, especially if you're betting on Highline in Kansas, first of all, thank you very much. I do not believe that you are a flyover state, but the only thing I've done in Kansas is fly over Kansas.
Wow.
I have landed. I have flown into Kansas City, Missouri, but I have only flown over Kansas.
Wow.
As recently as a few weeks ago, actually, flying out of Colorado.
Very basketball-rich history, particularly college in the state of Kansas. So good stuff there. If you're joining us, welcome. New Hampshire. I don't venture that far northeast. I mean, I think the furthest northeast I've gone is I think
Our
New York.
friends
Yeah.
in New Hampshire now betting on Highline
That's
with the
fun,
state motto of live free or die.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's a lot to put on a license plate. Think about it. Think about it that way.
Lord.
Live free or die. That's a lot to put on a license plate. But those are the type of folks that you want watching Highline, enjoying it. Absolutely.
Absolutely. How about New Jersey? The one thing I found interesting about the state of New Jersey, when I attended college, every person that was born in New Jersey had no idea how to pump their own gas.
If I'm
Because
not
they still
mistaken,
have gas attendants, right?
it's not just that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you're allowed.
No, you're not. Literally not allowed.
You're
to
not
pump your own
allowed to
gas.
pump your own gas. No, you're not. So,
Wow. Yeah.
how about this? My whole maternal lineage is from New Jersey.
Wow. How about that?
From Long Branch, New Jersey, where now I don't know that I have family members that ever thought that they would be able to bet on Highline Long Branch, but in Long Branch, New Jersey, is where my beloved grandmother was born and all of her siblings.
Beautiful.
And I used to spend some summers up there on the I can't call it the Jersey Shore ever since they came out with that TV show, but but yeah, I spent some time on the Jersey Shore when I was a kid.
Well, folks, we are going to get some replays rolling here. We appreciate you sticking with us. Again, for those in Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wyoming, and Massachusetts, we love you too, and we apologize you didn't get to your states. We got some replays here, weather-related technical difficulties, as that says up on your screen, getting some replays of Hiro and Aratz. Started off the action.
So we've had a fantastic day of highlight, and actually we were continuing into a really excellent singles match. Let's take a look at a singles match from earlier in the day. So far, 2022 and 2023 has been the year of Aratz. I don't care what the Chinese calendar says. This is the year that we've had 2 years of Aratz. He catches everything. That's Aratz there in the orange shirt. Beautiful throw to the inside. And that's what you want to do in highlight. You want to throw the ball where your opponent is not. Beautiful scoop here by Hiro. Hiro just was not able to get any kind of rhythm going. Beautiful scoop here on the forehand of Hiro. Nice drop to the inside. Again, you get the ball, you move your opponent around. Hiro kind of lingers to the inside because he doesn't know if Aratz is going to throw it back inside. Hiro blasts it here.
Look at that.
Yeah, what a catch. Straight to the inside. Hiro's going to have to reach. Didn't reach enough. This is the rebote. That's that rebound off the back wall. Comes to the left side. Well placed to the inside. Sorry, I just heard a very funny line there in the background.
Heard that. Whose payroll? That guy right, number 87? So tremendous laughs here in the back. Someone said they just ran Aratz's payroll, and that's it. Because remember, highlight players do partially get paid. They get paid a base salary, but they also get paid win, place, and show money.
Yeah, so these wins are very important.
That moved us on to an aggressive doubles match with Gosherry and Douglas in the front court. It's always a good show when they're on the court, either playing singles or doubles. But it came down to, for the most part, to the backcourt. Ubia played terrific. Fantastic catches on both the forehand and the backhand. And Douglas, you hate to see that look of frustration in Douglas's face, and I believe cursing in tongues, in multiple languages, actually.
Throw that one on the resume for Douglas. Bilinguals, dude. That's a good one. You see falling down there and tough.
Beautiful
to keep it
catch here. And this outside, this philo was just.
Look at that catch.
But I mean, when Gosherry does that, what do? Well, if you're Archie, you get in there and you catch the ball. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Beautifully caught and nicely returned on the left side. This is a backhand. For those of you who may be new to Jai-Alai, we could use these replays to show you. These are backhands. That's the second backhand right there. Robote. Once it passes the players and comes out, has to come into the cesta and be thrown in one fluid motion. That's a perfect example of robote, as is this. We call that fall-down robote, but that was an unsuccessful fall-down robote. Bit frustrating there for Douglas.
First two matches of the day going the way of the Renegades. Looking to add a point in our next match. That was Ben against Iriondo.
Well, I could see us through the back window there on replay too. You look good, Andrew. You look healthy.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. There's the rebote by Ben. Excellent catch here by Iriondo. Iriondo going for a 2-all that just caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. Definitely frustrating there for. Definitely frustrating for Iriondo. And Ben has just had a great year. Though it is the year of Aratz, Ben gets an honorable mention in that year. Ben has just been putting the ball exactly where he wants to. And then, look, this is where all that working out and running pays off. Beautiful catch. Blasts it to the inside, low and hard. What a beautiful catch by Iriondo. Ben snaps a carom here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's a forehand kill shot thrown by Ben and just beautifully executed. And again, Ben with these blasts to the inside. Iriondo on the left side is very difficult to beat. You'll hear us use backhand and left side interchangeably. Basically, it's not that hard to understand as catches and throws made on the left side of the body or either left-sided catches or backhands. Forehands are on the right side of the body. That was the last match that we were able to successfully finish before all of a sudden, I mean, I personally thought that I was having a neurologic event because all of a sudden things started going dark and I started, feeling for tingling, and it turns out that I was okay because you experienced the same thing. And all of a sudden I saw lights flickering and TV sets flickering. Then I was wondering if we were having a spiritual moment, and that didn't seem to be the case. So I just realized that, yes, we live in South Florida where we're still, it was about 92 degrees when I drove in this morning. It's hot. So, about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, those storm cells are going to move through. And every now and then they play with our electricity.
Seem to be moving southwest, according to the TV we saw up there with the weather report. So coming from the north, right across us. Again, moving on with some of these replays here in our fourth match. This is match number 4, first set, going the way of Erbieta 6-1. We played 1 point into our second set, which Erbieta did win. Weren't able to assign that point.
Look at that look of concentration on his face. Erbieta just been locked in, and again, just taking advantage of moving Ubia around. And we will pick this match up.
I think this was the last moment. You're going to beat it to the end. Maybe we'll see here.
As soon as the technical
Maybe we'll see right here if it goes out.
Allow us to do it. Well, Ubia went out there.
And there we are. This is live.
This is live.
So the players are waiting for us to get our scorekeeping abilities back up. And basically just trying to stay warm, just like you see them practicing in between matches and sets. Here we have the game day score.
Again, Erbieta of the Devils leading that next match, so game day is very much up for grabs. Devils looking on their way to taking their first point of the day, with 2 doubles matches coming up after this singles here. But we are at the mercy of some of these technical difficulties. We'll be back here in a moment.
That's one of the great things when you think about technology. Technology allows us to join you on your mobile device, anywhere. You can watch Jai-Alai anywhere through the Jai-Alai app, or of course with our partners, DraftKings and others. However, there's every now and then that technology is driven by electricity.
Yeah.
So Andrew.
Yes, Stu.
When you were a child, were you frightened by thunder and lightning?
Oh, that's rather deep, huh? I don't think so, Stu. Ooh.
The screen just went black.
I don't think anyone wanted to hear that. Yeah. Well, I thought we were maybe going to get some movement here. Not changing the subject, I promise.
This is live, by the way, folks. This is absolutely 100% live. That's Andrew there, waving. Hi. That's Ubia.
That's Ubia.
Ubia may have thought that Andrew was waving at him, but he's not. So that's
sorry,
okay.
Ubia.
No,
he's a nice guy, though. I wouldn't do
very
that
nice
to him.
Guy.
But
he's very nice. I saw the two of you carrying water back for the other players earlier. I was concerned.
I haven't moved that fast in years, so I'm still trying to catch my breath, Stu. And Ubia, in just his first season here in Battle Court, and still figuring out a lot of the nuances of this court. And look, it takes about, I think the common is about 3 months for most players.
About 3 months till we start seeing players really turning a corner. Yeah. I mean, really a month. Really a month. But they're constantly training. Here we have someone who has at least 10, 15 years of professional and amateur highlight experience, but they're always working on their game. Yeah. Always, always, always. I used to hear that thing when I was younger and I tried playing golf, which, by the way, was a disaster, where even the pros take lessons.
Is that how they got you?
Yeah.
Even the pros take. Come on, Stu.
Even the pros take lessons. It was like, oh, really? They do? So same thing here in Jai-Alai. You're always practicing. You're always working on the game. There's always something you can do better right until your body gives out. right until we have a knee injury or just kind of the way it is. You've tried throwing a couple times.
Gotten out there, especially towards the end of last season, or than the spring 23 season. Yeah, once or twice a week getting out. Folks, it is so foreign compared to, especially growing up in America here. Foreign from typical American sports that you would have played growing up, like baseball, football. The throwing motion is just completely different from what you're used to in pretty much all sports, used to bending that elbow. And in Jai-Alai, keeping that straight arm is just, think it's easy, and you go out there and you hook it straight into the sidewall or straight into the floor your first time out.
That's what we tell people all the time, is having done many what are called, used to be called whack the wall contests, which is basically you have an auditorium full of folks watching Jai-Alai, and then you take a break at some point during the evening and people register to whack the wall. And you basically say, if you can hit the front wall from the 11 line, we will give you $250. And, of course, everybody thinks that they can.
That's great. Yeah,
and they take it and they throw it and they say, okay, I'm going to drop that, kind of like
what the hell name was it? Was it not The Price is Right? I forget the name of the show, but whatever Monty Hall did. But basically,
Let's make a deal.
let's make a deal. That's it. Let's make
That's
a deal.
rare
Excellent
that-
call.
wow.
No, that Andrew. Wow, clutch.
Thank you.
Clutch, because Andrew is the younger of the two announcers.
That's
in
the
this
only one
announcers
you're
booth.
getting this year, Stu.
So I'm basically sitting there with a small handful of cash, and it's like $250 if you can hit the front wall from the 11 line. Can't do. I had never given out $250, and then we move up to the overserve line, which is the 7 line, and we'll try to give out cash from there. And occasionally you get someone that might like dink the wall, but invariably you're not giving out money from there either. 4 line, when you move up,
you give away some.
and occasionally we would send folks out with a player who would help them with the throwing motion, and they might have a chance.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of those things that you try it for the first time, you get humbled very, very quickly. Probably the most difficult sport I've ever. I'm not much of a aquatic sport guy, all right. So, but
Okay.
outside of the water, this is the hardest land sport that I've ever had to deal with.
I've never heard it referred to that way. And here we are looking at Ubia, basically just trying to keep warm until we get our computers back up and are able to keep score.
Yeah, so I mean, you see the cameras up here, but just waiting on the scoring to come back here. Handled on one computer next to me, verified on the other computer next to Stu. So
That's right.
we're an integral part of the scoring process, and without that score getting up there, and without us being able to put it in,
Two-step
cannot continue.
Two-step verification of every point that goes up by 2 independent hands. We believe in the check and balance system.
yes,
here.
we do. Absolutely. So far, that system has been flawless. We got to shout out Julie as well, the best in the business. She does pretty much all the technical stuff. I know she's working hard to resolve this. Has been on the phone, but did a great job of building pretty much any system that we need, including this scoring system. So
What's interesting about this is you saw Ubia just go to throw a 2-wall and it hit the pad. That's just out there throwing it around. So it's not just during the pressure of the game. There you look a little deep into the ESPN 3 players cage, back in the players area. Erbieta's decided he's gonna take a little rest, and Ubia now untying his cesta. What you see there is what's called the cinta, that long tie that basically affixes the hand inside of the cesta. There you have Aratz and Joseph. Good camaraderie between the players.
And we are in our 4th match. Weather-related technical difficulties, as the graphic suggests. Game will resume as quickly as
I
we
hate
are
to admit
able.
this. I just noticed that we had a graphic that said that.
Wow.
Weather-related technical difficulties, games will resume promptly. That's an absolute statement of fact. So we had a surge that blew through here like white lightning and just has wrought havoc on the scorekeeping system back here. As soon as we get it back up, we will be able to move on. Which match was this? 4?
This was match
Match
this
4
was
of
match
6?
number 4.
4 or 6?
So we have 3rd ranked doubles after this, and then 2nd ranked doubles, but we will have Robin substituting for Goanaga, so advantage for the Devils in that final doubles match.
So one of the most important things... Andrew just threw something at me. That's funny. As Andrew takes a break, it'll just be you and I, folks. So one of the best things about the Magic City Highlight program is the fact that we've been able to expand to so many new states. By history, Highlights played only in the state of Florida, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Nevada. Nevada? That's Nevada. Here we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. There is Erbieta on the right-hand side of your screen, and And there's Gosherry. Gosherry's usually in a good mood. So, yes, he recognizes that we're kind of trapped here as far as content and things to offer you while we await the reboot of the computer system. Erbieta is as good-natured as you come. But throughout the history of Jai-Alai, you had 11 facilities here in the state of Florida, 3 in Connecticut, 1 in Rhode Island, and 2 in Nevada. Jai-Alai been on the downcline for the longest time before Magic City came back in 2018. We've been slowly increasing viewership and interest, and our partners at Bet Rivers and more recently DraftKings are a major part of that. Overall, our exposure on ESPN3, YouTube. I was just recently told that we had how many views was that on that one video?
There was a YouTube short that had
a YouTube
25 million.
25 million views. I mean, that
About the dangers of Jai-Alai. You can check it out.
That's what I'm going to call the comeback of Jai-Alai. And that's basically what you're part of. If you're in now, you're in the early stages of what has been a comeback and a great startup. And a fantastic program. Just a really good program overall. Andrew and I sit back here and we try to be entertaining. Oh, yeah, okay.
Good. Here we go.
Gosherry wants the camera thrown to Robin. Now, there you go. So there's Robin. Robin is not officially on a team. Robin is on the taxi squad. He comes in and substitutes. He had a great night the other night. Robin played great.
Man,
but I will say this. Robin, one of the best senses of humor back here on this roster.
Absolutely.
What a good-natured individual he is. Gosherry, no, just kidding.
No.
He has a sense of humor. He's very deliberate with it.
And
Erbieta, I think, just wants to get on with this
let's
game.
play Jai-Alai.
It's like,
I agree.
I don't know what to do. How about we just play? I can't believe that I'm waiting for us to keep score. There you see the cestas back on the bench. Cestas and helmets. Those cestas are entirely handmade.
Absolutely.
From Chestnut.
It's a cool process as well. A full video, I believe, on our the Jai-Alai League Instagram or TikTok, I think, up there.
Entirely handmade. And basically, they take quite a beating. Catching a ball that's going between, on the slow side, maybe 55 to 60 miles an hour, up to 150 miles an hour, 160 miles an hour. They take quite a beating. You can see right there on that cesta how some of those reeds are sticking up. That's what happens. That's about the area that the player caught the ball on the inside of the cesta. And so we actually have 2 full-time cesta repair folks called cesteros. And it's their job to repair those cestas pretty much on a daily basis and keep them in top form. The helmets just kind of speak for themselves. The ball has the consistency of a hockey puck. It's nothing that you want to be hit with. So helmet protection is important, actually mandated here in the state of Florida since 1968. Tell me Ben's not walking over to the announcer's booth.
Nah, you know where he's going still.
No.
Coming back to...
No.
There
he stopped short, right?
he did. Look at
Okay,
that.
good.
Ooh,
All right,
going
yeah,
the other way. Good to see that.
All right. And yes, even though they're not on the same team, will they talk about strategy? Will they talk about what's going on? Absolutely they will. All the players basically share one locker room, regardless of what team they're on. It's a very interesting dynamic.
Very, very interesting here. And, some frustrations. There's a lot that goes into it. But this group of guys handles it all as well as you could ask for. As well as you could hope for, really.
Fantastic group of professional athletes here at Magic City. I mean, just a really, really good-natured group of individuals. They take the job very seriously. They take their Jai-Alai very seriously. It's good to be a part of every day. So, Andrew, Usually we have a lot of highlight to talk about right now, but right now we're talking about a weather-related technical difficulty. Power surges here in South Florida, for those of you who are not from South Florida, are actually pretty common. In fact, our major power company, FP&L, has like a surge protection program or something. Believe me, I'm not advertising for FP&L. But no, every time I go to pay my bill online, there's a reminder, hey, do you have surge protection? And it's days like this that remind me, might be a good idea.
I never even heard that. Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Have you ever paid a power bill? Don't answer that question.
Don't
please.
answer that.
Don't answer.
No, I have.
Don't answer that
but
question, because if you haven't, I'm going to feel very, very, very old.
No, I think. Come on. Every month, Stu. FP&L hits, and especially in these summer months. It gets a little pricey.
Are you one of these folks that uses auto pay,
Well,
or do you prefer
yes.
to pay it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, so you do have it set up to auto,
so that's
auto
why
pay.
it's-
That's like one of those things that at 54 I'm kind of dealing with right now. That's one of those things that I'm kind of dealing with is whether or not to put things on auto pay or not. And for the record, auto pay has nothing to do with our technical difficulties here. None.
No.
None whatsoever. No. The bill has been paid. We did establish that. That was the first call that we made.
well, it is the second, so it's an interesting question.
Well, we did pick up the phone and say, "Hey, did someone remember to pay the electricity bill?" And the answer to that was yes. The electricity bill.
Yes.
That's the first thing you do. Then you turn things on and off. Then you see if that changes anything. Okay. Are you good? So. So now that we've established, I mean, that's like the checklist, like pilots have. Pilots have checklists that they have to go by whenever something doesn't work. And so our checklist is, 1, has the power bill been paid? The answer to that is yes. 2, what's the weather like outside? A little ominous. 3, did the lights just flicker, or am I having a neurological issue?
It wasn't just a flicker. It was like there was like 3 or 4 in a row. I mean, that wasn't just the one surge. That was one, then another. So it's I mean, they got the runtime here. That the first set,
yes,
6:03. So I mean, this delay is, I mean, we're pretty sizable here, and waiting to continue on with match number 4 of 6. We're in our second set, and Erbieta does have a 1-0 lead.
So this is what it looks like in the announcer's booth.
It's what it looks like. Usually,
as we sit here chatting so enjoyably.
Usually a little more clothing in the lower half. So apologies for that, folks.
Okay, so everything goes for the highlight players, cestas and everything else. I have been pushing for a hair and makeup budget for 3 years now.
Well, I'm not looking. I'm locked in.
Do you know what he told me?
I'm not
he told me he would get better looking announcers before he would give up a hair and makeup budget. Can you believe that?
Can you believe?
And I was like,
it could have been cheaper though for what they would have to do to us. I can understand. I can understand that though, Stu. You gotta get it.
That's kind of my point. But you figure little, I don't know what it is, that pancake makeup or something. They come in, they whack you in the side of the face with paper, with not paper.
Kind of looks like with
powder.
Mr. Octopus. Yeah, powder on the.
How about we don't show people Mr. Octopus?
That's all right.
I don't
He's a good
think
fan, big fan
idea.
of Jai-Alai, long time fan. He's been with us since the start, so have a little more, respect for Mr. Octopus. He's an original fan. He's been with us since 2019. Stu.
Has he been here that long?
Yeah, he really has.
Hard
to believe.
You
huh?
kept him hidden quite a long time. I don't think I noticed him back then. So, this is, I would say, I believe, the longest technical difficulty we've had since 2018.
I mean, the last time I can remember where there was a delay of any kind was a front panel was broken by Bradley on a throw before.
Actually, that's absolutely right. We've broken 2
seasons
because
ago.
that's a question that sometimes comes up from. See, they pay us extra if we look at the camera, so we're just looking at each other. So
in that case, how are you, Stu?
No, it has to be pre-approved, and it has been. I already checked. It's already been pre-approved.
Right.
So this is like a happy medium. We're throwing this in as a bonus. So anyway, that's a question that frequently comes up when folks out there ask, does the glass ever break? It's broken Twice,
Yeah.
officially. Literally, it broke the first day of operation a few hours before we opened live, and that just didn't seem like a good omen back in 2018.
Yeah,
It just did not seem like a good omen back in 2018. And then we went a number of years. I believe it was 2021.
Yeah.
2021, and Bragley just fired one and broke one of the glass panels.
I was just sitting right here, and everybody in the building turned around and looked at the court because the sound that you heard was unlike anything that you've heard off that front glass before. And
Exactly.
it was quite the sight to see.
So what kind of glass is this made out of?
Yeah.
I'm hearing that
Yeah.
question in my head. So this is basically double pane impact glass is what there is. So there's two sections of impact glass. Is it bulletproof? The answer is I'm not going to find out. So
yes.
there's two panes of impact glass with a membrane in the middle. And we just found the perfect ball that bounces just right. It has the same consistency as a hockey puck and has a really predictable bounce once you throw a little tape on it. And that's actually been pretty good. But yes, Andrew Luck broke the first pane of glass and Bragley broke the second pane of glass.
Doubles partners for the Wall Warriors. Doubles partners before that, but now back together for the Warriors.
Your memory for who's been part. You see, I forget like season to season. I'm really glad that you keep that in check. I really am.
Brought over, they were I think the 5th team last year for the Cyclones, now 4th for the Warriors this year. And again, wishing Bradley all the best. Suffered that knee injury, so hope to get him back here soon. And Correa was out this past Friday, but confirmed he will be back for tomorrow's game day for the Warriors. So that is good to see, Stu.
I'm getting updates on my phone.
Ooh, please.
One message just said, should be close. Now, what I'm not sure is, should be close to getting our hair and makeup budget, or if we're close to rebooting the computers. Because that message came from the gentleman who's kind enough to make those deposits every 2 weeks in our checking account. Well, I get mine in checking. I don't know where you get yours.
Yeah, we and you see Douglas getting back out there for some of the practices. I know Douglas he's
plays
got another
again,
match.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got another one. So Gosherry and Ben against Douglas and Iriondo will be up next. Yeah.
Here's a good close-up of Douglas in the practice. Douglas is someone who's gonna want to stay warm, especially if he's coming back out. Douglas practices about as much as anybody. Who does Douglas play with?
Yeah, he's playing well. He's with
Douglas with
Iriondo and
Iriondo.
gets Gosherry and Ben. So another match dead even on the rankings. So should be a lot of fun in that 5th match. And
Wow, Douglas
Ooh.
waved to the
Hi,
camera.
Douglas.
Do
Look
you
at
understand how significant that is?
Boom.
Douglas kind of hangs back in the shadows. For him to wave at the camera is a huge deal. Now that is a big deal, folks. Seriously, we need to get this. We need to get this on. We need to get that on replay. That wave
it's on
should
tape.
be on replay
It's on
and
tape.
slow mo. Replay and slow mo.
and
I always like hearing Robin's voice.
yeah,
He's got such a nice voice.
it instantly.
We are so fortunate. Seriously,
Yeah.
everybody on this roster. Karaoke? Robin, you want to do karaoke or you want to warm up?
Okay.
Okay, Robin is going to warm up as opposed to doing karaoke. I don't think we're quite at karaoke yet. Nice.
Magic City's got talent.
Nice stuff.
Probably talented guys back here. Sorry, Stu.
Are they? I know they can play highlight.
They
What
can
else?
play high,
What
yeah.
else can they do? I hear we're getting close.
I hear as well. Hoping to get back with you soon. We are in our. Oh, that's a great sign, Stu. Hold on, folks. Do we have something? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we got to give this first point of our second set to Erbieta, because remember when we went out, Erbieta threw that low hard forehand that got by Ubia. We are going to put the score up. We are ready to go and continue on with Match number 4. We appreciate everyone's patience. Is first technical difficulty we've had with this system, so appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with us. I hope you get rewarded with some great highlight coming up. 2.5 matches remain. We are in our second set. Erbieta won the first set 6-1. That score is up to date. Erbieta got the first point of our second set. He will be serving as we continue on here with set number 2. Just talking at the players here, make sure everyone is ready to go. Judges are coming back out. Players getting back out there. No warm-up necessary. These guys are ready to get back into the action. 6-1, Erbieta won the first set. Erbieta leads 1-0 in set number 2. First one to win 2 sets will win the match.
Erbieta leads 1-0. Second set. Erbieta serves. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience with those technical difficulties. They have been resolved. We're ready to resume play here at Magic City Jai-Alai.
Here's Ubia, the backhand from the 11 line, powerfully thrown. Here's Robote, left side. Erbieta makes a save up the middle. That ball is tipped. 2-0, Erbieta leads.
Again, these breaks in momentum can cut either way. Sometimes they can give a player a chance to rest and come back and regroup, or they can throw his game off.
Well-placed serve. Here's Ubia. Opens up with the backhand from the corner. Robote forehand. Powerfully thrown. Not going to get past Ubia. He's got it up overhead. Erbieta now from the 10 line. Shoots the forehand to the inside. So let that one pass. Robote 2-all. Erbieta with a good head start. He gets out there. Shoots it low and hard just above the pad, where it's stopped by Ubia.
Beautiful catch.
Forehand Robote missed on the wall. That's going to get Ubia on the board. His first point. Here's Erbote, left side. Erbieta from the backcourt, lifts it into the corner. Erbote forehand is hooked. 3-1 lead for Erbieta of the Devils.
Erbieta doing a good job remaining locked in and focused. Ubia definitely having a difficult time with Robote. Again, Robote, the ball that comes off of the back wall, has to come into the cesta to be thrown one fluid motion.
Backhand right up the middle. Robote left side. Erbieta, that stays inside. Ubia going up for it on the forehand. Fake the outside placement, keeps it to the inside. Here's Erbieta now. Forehand Robote, going to be a tough one.
Nice
Ubia
save.
lays it up. Big bouncer. Erbieta settles at the 9 line. Backhand, powerfully thrown and passing. Another Robote, left side, 2-all. Gonna land out. Erbieta leads 4-1. Ubia, big forehand. It's going to open up to the outside. Erbieta get a good read at the 2-all. Kicks into the pad. Pad is bad, getting Ubia a second point. He serves.
Erbieta really wanted that 2-all there. Again, throw the ball where your opponent's not. Always throwing the ball forward. So ball's always being thrown towards that wall that has the Magic City Fronton pad at the bottom of it. You can carom it off of the side wall as long as it lands within those boundary lines in red on the floor.
Strong backhand. Ubia backs up, takes it in the air overhead. Shoots it low and hard to the inside. Be a tough rebote. Got assist on it, but that comes up short.
One thing about the scoring in battle court, someone can always come back. Seemed like Ubia was down. Momentum was entirely with Erbieta there in the red shirt. And look who's creeping back. It's only 1 point deficit.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Ubia. Double fault. That is a second over serve.
That's not the time you want to do that. That's really
That point goes to Erbieta.
I know that goes without saying.
His 5-3 lead, possible set, possible match point. Here's Ubia from the 10 line. Shoots it low and hard to the inside. Erbieta running with it. He dug it out, but coming up short. 5-4, still going here in our second set. Still possible match point for Erbieta of the Devils.
Looks like Ubia was concerned that he was going to get hit. I mean, the ball was pretty far away. The ball was further away than the 2-all that he threw against Erbieta. But I can understand that's when you're in position and you look behind you and you see your opponent winding up, there's always a concern if he's off his footing that he's going to hook it.
There's an overserve. Second serve coming up for Ubia. And a good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Erbieta catches that one back beyond the 12 line. Big backhand follows Ubia, backpedaling to get out there. He does make the save. Erbieta, though, on the forehand, shoots it inside where that one will score for the win. Point, set, and match to Erbieta of the Devils in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4. With that win, the Devils get on the board this Monday game day. First point of the day, 3.5 for the Renegades. Coming up next, they have a chance to close it out with Gosherry and Ben against Douglas and Iriondo. One point there for the Devils, courtesy of Erbieta. Again, lengthy delay in there and settled in nicely, was able to kind of weather that storm. Ubia came out a little bit cold, though. Good push there in the middle part of that second set, but coming up just a few short. So Erbieta gets his team up on the board. Just 2 matches remain. Our third-ranked doubles match is up next. Douglas and Iriondo against Gosherry and Ben. Erbieta picking up his first singles win of the season. First time he played singles too was against Carballo of the Cyclones, who's been playing just great highlight to begin this year. Hard-fought match. He gets it done against Ubia right there. We'll be hearing from Erbieta in a couple moments. But again, just about a minute away from that 5th match. It's going to be another double. So for the Devils to win the game day, they're going to have to sweep the final 2 matches. Renegades just need one out of these next 2. We are ready to go with our winner. Here's Erbieta.
Erbieta, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. I'm feeling good. It was a tough match, especially with the break in the middle, but I was able to pull it, so it was good.
So what were you thinking about during that long break we had due to technical difficulties? What was going through your head at that
I was
moment?
hoping that everything will be fixed fast so I can go back to play.
Well, Erbieta, congratulations again on winning your match. Let's see what else happens tonight.
Thank you.
And we thank Erbieta. Let's introduce third-ranked doubles here. Heard the teams a few times. Renegades, Gosherry and Ben. And for the Devils, it is Douglas and Iriondo. Gosherry and Ben coming to this one with a 2-0 record. Douglas and Iriondo 1-1. They've split their first 2 matches. Even in terms of the rankings, higher ranked player up in the front for both teams, 5th ranked player in the back. Let's get this match going, Stu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match of the day. It will feature Gosherry and Ben. The Robote Renegades going up against Douglas and Iriondo. The DeHada Devils. Gosherry will have the first serve. There's the serve. We begin. Here's the catch by Gosherry. Backhand to Douglas. Douglas on the backhand from the 8 line. Gosherry's there. Big backhand by Iriondo. Ben on the catch. Ben on the catch. Backhand from the 10 line. Iriondo from the 11. Left side to the inside. Robote. This one stopped on the forehand of Iriondo. Iriondo sends it deep. Gosherry all the way back to the 10 line to make that catch. Big backhand. Robote. That rebound off the back wall comes out. Played by Douglas. Catch by. It's a drop by Ben. First point of this match goes to the Devils. Douglas and Iriondo. Douglas serves.
And not a lot of communication there between the Renegades. I think Ben was maybe expecting a call off by Gosherry. He's been hanging a little deeper in these matches in particular. Didn't really communicate on that one. First point going to the Devils.
Iriondo, good catch there at the 13 line. Ben from the forehand at the 11. Big right side. Robote. Forehand by Douglas to the inside. Gosherry's on it. Powerful throw. This one stopped by Iriondo. Robote, left side to the inside. Ball tipped in the backcourt. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece. Gosherry serves.
And I think that's the type of throw that Iriondo could expect deep in the backcourt all match long. Those big bouncers right on the sidewall coming to his left side. Gosherry's going to force feed him the ball all match long. Not going to give it to Douglas up there in the front court. He knows what he's capable of if he does. Try to keep it away, and you're not as worried about what Iriondo can do from the backcourt as you are with Douglas up there.
Forehand by Iriondo. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for the red shirts. Douglas and Iriondo of the DeHada Devils. Douglas serves.
You know, I think another one that was just kind of a communication issue. Ben kind of reaching up at the last second. That was up over his head. Gosherry probably had a plan to Robote, but if Ben doesn't hear it, he's going to take that ball, and a little bit tougher for him to control. If Gosherry's going to be aggressive, he's got to stay aggressive. He can't be indecisive, and force some tough catches there for Ben in the back.
Robote left side to the inside. Gosherry cuts it off the 4 line. Drop shot. Read by Douglas. Douglas rifles it low and hard, and it scores. Beautiful play by Douglas. Will get that point. He serves.
A couple different options for Gosherry, choosing the drop shot. And
once upon a time, that could be a safe choice against Douglas. Douglas sometimes was a little slow to get started moving. That has not been the case in 2023. Iriondo from the 10 line. Forehand. Gosherry calls for it. Powerful Robote. This one caught on the forehand of Iriondo. Iriondo right up the middle. Gosherry flying makes the catch. Powerful Costalo stopped by Iriondo. Iriondo in the middle of the court again. Gosherry just blasting them. What an amazing catch by Douglas. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for the orange shirts, Gosherry and Ben. Gosherry serves.
think Douglas talking to Iriondo here saying look, he's probably more comfortable catching on the left side. So if it's coming out to his right side, a ball like that's going to come way out with big arc. Douglas able to get under it for the rebote. So if you're indecisive at all, let that ball come out. Douglas going to keep the rally going with the rebote as opposed to a tip ball that ends it.
Absolutely. Fault underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Miss serve. That is a double fault and loss of point. 4 points for Douglas and Iriondo. Douglas serves. That is a. So we have seen, in fact, Gosherry with that amazing serve, you know, does have a history of double faults, but not miss serves. Not miss serves.
Maybe the bounce of that ball off the serve, bouncing around in the basket to juggle like that.
Fourth there with that catch.
Oh,
Ball tipped in the corner. 3 points for Gosherry and Ben. Gosherry's got the serve.
I mean, when you can do that and get a point up on the board quickly, really nothing to worry about when you make one mistake.
Both of these front quarters are just so strong. Gosherry tends to be a little bit more, I mean, who throws harder? I'm not sure. Gosherry tends to be a little bit more explosive than Douglas, but Douglas, man, can really send it from both sides. Douglas wanted that serve. Look at that to the inside.
Oh, that opens up, man.
Yeah. He wanted that serve. Did you see what he did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he stepped in that service box. I mean, that is fearless. To step in front of that serve, it's like snagging something in front of a train. Look at this replay. This is a beautiful replay. Look at that. Look at this concentration, this catch. Boom, straight to the inside.
Boy, Gosherry.
Gosherry now to the inside. Rebote forehand save. Gosherry's got it. 3-wall play, read by Douglas. He was there, just not able to make the rebote. That was close. The score is 5-4 in favor of the red shirts. The Hada Devils. Gosherry will serve.
It's such a smart throw coming there by Gosherry.
Very
Forces
smart.
that's
Douglas's play.
Yeah, the 3-wall right on Douglas.
The 3-wall, exactly.
He knew where to be, just couldn't get out there in time.
He throws it enough.
Yeah, Iriondo, that's just his ball. He's got to take it in the air. The point's over.
In and out of the cesspit it goes, and we're at 5-5.
Yeah.
This is set point.
And we've seen some of these higher-ranked backcourters struggle when the ball comes across their body, moving to the forehand, particularly with some faster servers like Gosherry, Zulaika. If you're Iriondo, keep this ball on the left side at all cost. You see how far he is to the middle of the court, though? There's a lot of real estate on the inside. Gosherry throws it so hard, he can beat him by on the outside there, but he's going to go to the middle of the court.
Fault underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
Big serve coming up here. Probably going to try to cross the side wall. Can't really go for it here, can you? But he might. No fear, and that's going to pay off for him.
Point and set for Gosherry, and Ben will put 2 minutes on the board, come back out, and play our next set.
That shows you what's going on in that kid's mind. Just so confident in his game and his skills, even after a whiff serve. Yep. Comes out at 5-5, set on the line, rifles one, and gets the ace. Paid off.
And blasts it.
Gutsy decision for the Renegades, and led by that guy, number 20 in orange. And big reason why they took the championship back in, that was back in the fall of 22. Looking to add another one here in the fall of 2023. Something with the fall seasons, and these Renegades brings out the best in them. And how about Douglas, though? Aggressive play up in the front court.
That
sizable lead early on.
That replay is one of the best replays I've seen at Magic City, in so much as to watch the concentration on Douglas's face going to take someone else's serve. Here we have some replays. Gosherry could blast it outside. Douglas sensed that he wouldn't. Gets in there, makes a beautiful catch on the forehand. Just rifles it low and hard to the inside. Just a little too much for Ben to scoop up there. Beautiful catch by Gosherry. Gosherry blast to the inside. What a catch by
Man.
Douglas's ability to
hand.
concentrate and track that ball is just, it's really unsurpassed on the roster. Look at this. Here's what we're talking about. Look at that concentration, determination to take someone's serve. That is just beautifully, beautifully played, thrown right to the feet. I mean, that's a perfect catch and a perfect throw, period. Off a ball that's coming 1,000 miles an hour. And Gosherry sent his own ball 1,000 miles an hour. That 3-wall play cuts right to the outside. Douglas was there to read it, was just not able to make the play.
You're going to see a couple serves. This one 5-5. This is the second serve. No play for Douglas, and boy, tough to control there for Iriondo.
Yeah, very much so. Just one hell of a set. It's like, it's really a treat when you get to see. There's a number of players we can say that about on the roster, but definitely a treat when you get to see Douglas and Gosherry on the court together, singles or doubles. We've had 2 treats today.
Ready to go here with our second set. Douglas and Iriondo.
We're ready to begin our second set. Douglas has the serve. Powerful first serve by Douglas. Here's the rebote. Rebote forehand. Gosherry makes the catch. Beautiful catch by Iriondo. Backhand from the 12 line. Powerfully thrown. Ben is there. Catch by Douglas. Backhand. Rebote coming out.
Rifled that one.
Here's the catch. And the backhand by Iriondo. Backhand by Ben. Rebote left side to the inside. There's the backhand by Ben. That ball's on the wall. Tough rebote played by Douglas. Wow, did he throw that hard. Here's the rebote for Gosherry. Beautiful catch by Iriondo on the forehand. Gets it up. Caught by Gosherry. 2-all by Gosherry. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas blasts it low and hard, and Gosherry makes a great grab. This ball is tipped at the 12 line. First point of the second set goes to Gosherry and Ben of the Rebote Renegades in orange. Gosherry serves.
I think it's really just a different type of power that Iriondo's used to seeing on those balls coming to his forehand. Maybe a little different trying to catch those from Gosherry, but there's a couple that have been right on the tip, that pretty significant tips there. So it is not easy to catch these balls coming from number 20 up in the front.
Good catch by Iriondo to the outside. Ben makes a fine catch. Backhand by Douglas. Wall to wall. Light touch. Rebote for the big bounce. Iriondo, good catch there at the 9 line. Looks to send it deep. Gosherry back at the 11 line. There's the backhand. There's a catch by Ben. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Catch by Gosherry. Catch by Douglas behind him. Backhand, that got away from him. 2 points for Gosherry and Ben. Gosherry serves.
See, it's a common mistake. I mean, going for a tough catch and then that ball, you don't have full control of it in the basket, getting away from Douglas right there, well up into the overhead screen. But how about that catch on the wall? Coming down with the ball, thing of beauty when it's made correctly. All done there by Gosherry.
Beautiful catch by Iriondo off the blasted serve by Gosherry. Backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Rebote save. Douglas calls for the rebote. It's a 2-all with a light touch. Ben got in there and made the save. Here's Iriondo from the 12 line. Forehand to the inside. He calls for the rebote. Rebote 2-all. Stopped by Douglas. Portada by Douglas, stopped by Gosherry. There's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Douglas. What a catch by Gosherry at the 9 line. Here's Douglas at the 8. Backhand. Catch by Ben. Backhand from the 12 line. Iriondo now from the 10. Low and hard to the inside, caught on the forehand of Gosherry. Outside placement, stopped by Douglas. Douglas, perfect place to throw the 2-all, and he does to score. Don't get any better than that, folks.
Yeah, that's special highlight right there from two.
No, I got no problem. People
stars.
want to go up to Dania in December, they're more than welcome. Good luck trying to find that. You're not finding that there. Not that.
Wow.
Not that. Here's the catch by Ben. Forehand straight to the overhead screen, which is out of play. So now we're all tied up, 2 points apiece. Douglas serves.
Just like that, lead goes away. I mean, a huge point for Douglas, going toe-to-toe with Gosherry and then finishing it off with a gorgeous 2-all. Momentum on their side now as a forehand flying out of the cess to Ben up in the screen. Quickly, 2-2.
Cortada served by Douglas, caught by Ben in the backcourt. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, fired to the inside. Gosherry calls for the Robote, low and inside. Douglas is there. Douglas sends it midcourt, Ben's all alone, comes up with a clutch catch. Douglas has it in the air, rifles it low and hard. What a scoop by Gosherry.
Yeah,
here's the backhand by Iriondo to the inside. Backhand by Gosherry.
Oh, that's out.
3 points for Douglas and Iriondo. Douglas serves.
That's not a miss we're used to seeing from Gosherry. I mean, doesn't really throw a lot of backhand 2-alls, and maybe a good sign for the Devils here that he's going to some different types of shots that it's tough to get points on the board in the second set.
He was looking for placement. Obviously, throw the ball where your opponent's not. He was looking to have it drop in deep and then go to the player cage. Unfortunately, it went out first. Powerful serve by Douglas. Ben on the catch. Backhand. There's the backhand by Iriondo to the inside. Ben is there. Ben over the top. Douglas reads it, scoops it, rifles it. Robote for Gosherry. He hooked that into the floor. Point 4. Douglas and Iriondo. Douglas serve.
Now 4 in a row for Douglas and Iriondo. Started with that beautiful 2-all from Douglas.
Forehand by Ben. Here's Douglas. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Ben on the catch. Backhand. Goes deep. Scoop by Gosherry. That was gorgeous. Iriondo with a fantastic catch on the forehand. Gosherry again. Backhand. So powerfully thrown and so wonderfully caught by Iriondo. Forehand by Ben, high and hard to the front wall. Iriondo is there. There's the backhand. Catch by Ben. Backhand to the inside. Iriondo, backhand, wall to wall from the left side. Robote coming out. Douglas is going to reach in there and make a great catch. Ben now from the 11 line. Backhand.
Oh, one you don't
Ball
need.
tipped off the side wall. 3 points for the orange shirts. Gosherry and Ben. Gosherry serves.
A lot of the misses have come the hands of Iriondo there in the back, and another one, I mean, scraping it off the wall at the 13 line. If that's head level to Gosherry at the 13 line, that Robote is coming out to Douglas comfortably. Probably rather have Douglas taking that Robote than Iriondo trying to make that tough catch. It happened in the first set. Hopefully won't flip the momentum here for the Devils. It did in the first set. See if they can handle it here. Stop the bleeding.
What a hard serve. What a fine catch by Iriondo. He pumps it to the inside. Ben from deep in the backcourt. Catch by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown.
It's kind of way out.
Robote coming out. Robote forehand thrown wall to wall by Gosherry. Robote forehand passing by Douglas. Gosherry calls for it. Douglas, great grab. Philo.
Oh my goodness.
By Gosherry.
Oh my God.
Carambola will
Splits him
score.
up. What?
4-4 is the score, and Gosherry is serving. First to 6 points will win this set.
I don't know if I've ever seen two front quarters play as
Go
hard
at it
and
this hard,
aggressively.
yeah.
I mean, this is fun to watch. The back quarters, I mean, making some good plays
tremendous.
here in the second set, but
Absolutely
that
tremendous.
philo by Douglas, I mean, he ripped that. Gosherry, a perfect head start, a perfect angle to get to that ball, and the forehand return. Old Devils ducking on that throw.
Excellent catch by Iriondo. Powerful throw low and hard. Stopped in the backcourt by Ben. Douglas reaching behind him to make the catch. Gosherry, backhand from the 9 line. Catch by Gosherry, backhand. Backhand by Iriondo. Gosherry calls for it. He just makes the save. That ball took a wonky bounce off the back wall. Here's Douglas. 2-all,
he
stopped
went
by
for it
Gosherry.
again.
Juggling on the catch of Gosherry.
Holding the call there by the official before the miss by Douglas. So at that point, it goes to the Devils. Holding was the call. And again, it's next to impossible. I mean, for us from the back left corner to see up there in the cesta, but that judge had a perfect look at it, so he's calling it. Definitely saw something juggle around.
Backhand by Ben. Here's Iriondo. Backhand to the inside. There's the backhand. Ben makes the catch. Forehand by Ben. Backhand by Iriondo. Here's Ben. Backhand from the 12 line.
Another
Ball
one.
tipped
Yeah.
in the corner. It is 5-5, so this is set point, potentially match point. Gosherry and Ben win this. Our match will be finished. If Douglas and Iriondo win this, we'll move on to a third and decisive set.
I wonder, I mean, you see where Douglas is set up, and Gosherry doesn't want to give Douglas a play on this serve, so he's been crossing the sidewall up near the service box of the 4 or 5 line. Gosherry has the power to blast it by Iriondo on the inside and end this match right here. Don't know if he's going to give Douglas a play on it, but if he stays close to the side wall, it's over. He's got it on the
Good
forehand.
catch by Iriondo. Powerful forehand caught by Gosherry. There's the backhand. Rebote for Douglas. Forehand rebote played to pass, caught near by Ben. Ben from the forehand. Down low, Douglas makes the catch. There's the backhand. Gosherry calls for the rebote, sends it high.
Save. Iriondo.
Rebote save, made it above the pad. Here's Gosherry rifling it to the inside.
Oh.
What a scoop by Iriondo. Here's Gosherry on the backhand.
Wow, what a catch.
Iriondo
there.
backhand from the 12 line to the inside. Backhand by Ben, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Douglas forehand rebote, it passes. Gosherry calls for the rebote. 2-all rebote
Oh, my
will score for
goodness.
the win. Point set and a hard-fought match for Gosherry and Ben, taking it in straight sets, 6-5, 6-5.
That was like a roller coaster ride, Stu. What a match there. Back and forth, 22 points played in 2 sets. Decisive 11 point in both of them, and the Renegades come out on top. Wow, what a match right there. We'll be right back.
I'm going to see your, wasn't really a metaphor, simile, I forget what it is, but the roller coaster ride.
Sure, yeah.
That was a roller coaster ride where you get to the top of the roller coaster and you look over and you see a couple loose bolts
Yeah.
and you're about to go down. That's what that ride was like. That was absolutely fantastic. Tremendous play by all 4 players. Douglas played out of his ass. Just call it what it is. Douglas played fantastic. Gosherry played fantastic. It was great to see. The energy was just blistering. Wonderful, wonderful highlight here at Magic City.
Well, we're going to hear from Gosherry and Ben, eager to see what those guys have to say. They remain perfect on the year, undefeated in the 3rd-ranked doubles. Let's hear from them.
All right, Gosherry, Ben, congratulations on winning that match. How are you guys feeling right now?
Accomplished. It was a hard match. You know, anytime you have somebody does caliber in the front, you got to make sure that you damn near perfect. And I'm just thankful that I had this guy with me.
I feel so tired. Second match of the day. Long day.
but happy for the win. And with Ben, I win every game. I think so in the moment. And I'm happy for the win and for the team win too.
What was the strategy playing against Douglas and Iriondo?
Keep it away from Doug as much as possible. Keep it away from him as much as possible. Plain and simple.
Yeah, keep away Douglas, attack Iriondo, and when I have chances to kill the point, kill it.
Well, guys, congratulations again on winning that match. Let's see what else happens in the last match of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much to Gosherry and Ben on their win. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our last match of the day. Robin is substituting here for the Rebote Renegades. He'll be playing front court for Aratz, going up against Hiro and Erbieta.
There's a backhand. 6 matches underway. Here's Erbieta on the inside. Softer touch on this backhand. Robin pulled the set down at the last second. Here's Aratz deep in the backcourt. Erbieta going up for it. Drops it over the top to the inside. No play for Robin. Aratz. Another one. A running backhand. Picked off the side wall. Erbieta from the 11 line. High and hard. Back to the inside. Aratz runs under another. Backhand 2-all. Hiro with a good read. He scoops it up. High, hard forehand from Hiro.
What a catch by Aratz.
Ranging back to the corner. Robin going to cut one off. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Stopped overhead. Backhand 2-wall is too low. Hiro and Erbieta are on the board. Their first point.
So backhand 2-wall, a bold shot, but throwing it from the 12 line, particularly bold. I mean, when you're Aratz, I guess you can do that, but didn't work.
I don't want to give the ball to Hiro on his forehand from
the
6 or 7 line extended on the outside either. And coming into this match, Goenaga and Aratz scheduled to face Hiro and Erbieta. Goenaga dealing with that right arm injury. So Robin slides in. Saw what he's capable of up there in the front. Just got out of the way of that serve. There's a powerful backhand, stopped overhead. Here's Aratz. There's a backhand to the inside. That's right on the wall. Erbieta pulling it in. Full return. This one getting by. Rebote, left side. Turn too high. That's up in the overhead screen and out of play. Hiro and Erbieta. Second point.
I tell you, Robin did a good job of getting out of the way because if he's,
That is,
even if he doesn't go for the ball, if the ball touches him, that's the end of that point.
Here's a backhand from Aratz. Picked off overhead. Here's Hiro. Erbieta called off at the last second. Hiro has Rebote. Robin, Costado, right up the middle. Erbieta not falling for it. Picks it up at the 10 line. Powerful forehand delivered back inside. Here's Aratz. Erbieta, hard backhand. Here's Aratz now from deep in the backcourt. Lifts this one, trying to get it past Erbieta. He won't let him. Full catch there at the 13. Erbieta on the inside. Hard throw. Aratz steps up, takes it off the side wall. No hard backhand. Erbieta does the same. He's got it in the air. He launches this one wall to wall. Robin overran it. Now comes back for it. Makes the save. Got it over Hiro. Here's Erbieta. Shoots it low and hard inside. Aratz now difficult. Rebote laid it up. Hiro cuts it off. Hiro, high Costado, 2 pass. Not a lot on this. Rebote and Aratz. He digs it out. Erbieta, powerful forehand. Gave him a play. Aratz stops it. Hard backhand on the wall for Erbieta. Aratz now slows it down with the backhand. Drops between both Devils. Hiro Bote save. Robin trying to get aggressive. He scoops it up. The 2-wall. Not
Good
opening
read by
up.
Hiro.
Hiro's forehand to the inside. Going to be a tough play. Aratz. Another one. 2-wall return. Hiro stops it on the bounce. Hiro lower hand harder. Aratz is there. What defense by Aratz in the backcourt. Here's Erbieta. Digs one out. Robin looking for it. Not going to get there. Aratz does before the second bounce. A drop shot.
Wow.
Will score. 2 bounces. Heck of an effort by Aratz. He gets the point. Team serving.
Aratz is a backcourter who throws shots. He throws a 2-all. He has a fake when he has it on the costado. He's got tremendous foot speed. And you see right there, what did he do? He ran up. A lot of backcourters are just going to take this ball. They're just going to take this ball and just send it back safe. Not Aratz. He figures out how to turn it into a shot. Look at that. Throw the ball where your opponent's not. That's exactly what Aratz did. Brilliant play.
Big backhand there by Erbieta, cutting back to the inside. The Rebote escaped.
Wow.
It's out of play. 3-1 lead for the Devils.
I know that. I know that Robbins had it out for that front court judge for a long time, but I didn't think he'd take a shot at him during a game. That is just unfortunate.
Aratz missed that serve there, powerfully thrown and scoring. That should be a 4-1 lead. Here's Hiro on the outside, drops it over the top, faked out the carom. What a scoop by Robin up in the front court. Erbieta, big backhand. Trying to get this one to pass. He does. Robin looking for the Rebote. The 2-wall is too low. 5-1 lead for the Devils. Hiro and Erbieta, they have a possible set point.
Robin's got a really good 2-all, and I could tell that he wanted to finish that with authority. You know, put an exclamation point on there, and just.
I mean, yeah, that's the strength of his game up there in the front.
Just not well executed.
A couple of
these.
these
Well executed.
A little bit lower than he wants. 5-1. Devils looking to close it out. Robin went for the serve, knocked it down. Point and set to Hiro and Erbieta. Winning it 6-1, 2 minutes up on the board. We'll play our second set.
Whoa. No, let's.
Yeah, he went for it.
Did he try to scoop that? Or
I don't know if he tried to scoop it or catch it low.
No,
yeah,
let's be benevolent. I think that he wanted to go for the low catch.
Yes.
Was committed to the low catch. Wound up seeing it was going to have to be a scoop and saying, I'm already down here, let me go for it. Now, scooping the serve in doubles is not against, there's no rule against it. But let's just say it's not good form. It's not good form. Sure. Why is it not good form? Because, one, they're playing to win and their income is dependent upon them winning. Two, they understand that there's folks that are out there betting on this. And scooping the serve is a low percentage return attempted play. Why? In doubles, because you got a perfectly good back quarterback there, especially you got a Aratz back there. It's not like a Aratz is going to drop it.
Yeah.
So you going for a serve and trying to scoop that serve, just bad form. Again, not against the rules. So I have to believe that Robin was trying to just go for a low catch off the serve and wound up missing a scoop.
Yeah, again, the Renegades understanding it a little bit outmanned that Goanaga and Aratz's team was one of the best in all of Battle Court. Their second and third ranked players playing together. They had a record of 3-0, and boy, they were looking pretty good. So tough injury for Goanaga there by the Renegades, and hope that he can come back here soon. A right arm. If you look back to the Battle Court session, the last time the Renegades were in action, notice that Goanaga was laying up a lot of those serves coming from his right side and not baiting Jedin in any, trying to pick the serve. That was a real injury there to his right arm. So hope that he's back very soon. So did the Renegades. First set going to the Devils right there. Hiro and Erbieta, outside of Goanaga and Aratz, established themselves as one of the best third-ranked doubles teams, also with a record of 3-0 through their first 3 matches. Again, with that win by Gosherry and Ben, the game day has been locked up by the Renegades, but some important points up on the board for the Devils. 1.5 in doubles. Crucial sets coming up right here. Looking to force a third one. For the Renegades, of course. Devils took the first set, either handily, 6-1. We are ready to begin our second set. Renegades, Robin and Aratz will have the serve. There's a serve. Second set is underway. Erbieta opens up with a strong backhand. Aratz, good defense deep in the backcourt. Gets this one on the wall. Erbieta at the 12 line. Low runner. Aratz going to run around it. He's got the rebote to the outside. Hiro on the bounce. Picks it off. Hard throw back into the corner. Going to be a tough rebote. Aratz just going to make a save. Big bounce. It's Erbieta to the backcourt. On the outside, he drops it over the top. Aratz, good pickup on the inside.
That's the dangerous Magic City bounce.
Magic City bounce is tipped by Erbieta. So he got the cesta in front of it.
Again, Magic City bounce, when you see those ridges there in the side wall, there you see the 11 line, the 12 line, the 13 line, you see those ridges that go all the way up to the ceiling. The ball catches those every now and then, and it just changes the trajectory of the ball, sometimes in a dangerous manner. That was the case there.
Big backhand by Erbieta from the outside. Robin has rebote, keeps it inside. Here's Erbieta. Big backhand, that is out a long way. Robin running with it, just drops it inside. Here's Erbieta. Another backhand, low runner. Aratz picks it off. Erbieta trying to pass. Aratz backed up to the glass, keeps it inside. He's able to. Hiro forehand rebote. At the feet, Aratz backs up, takes it on the bounce. Hiro again, on a knee, makes the save. Robin from the 6 line to the outside, leaping catch by Hiro. The carom by Hiro, going to be stopped by Aratz. Aratz from the outside, back in. What a catch. Hiro lining it up off the side wall. Powerful return, Robin, 2 wall. Erbieta runs under it. Erbieta, high, hard forehand. Aratz again, a leaping catch in the corner. Gets it off without holding. Backhand 2 wall. Hiro scooped it up. Hiro from the outside. High, hard return. Aratz, perfect position. He makes it play. Hiro from the 6 line. Powerful backhand. Aratz in the corner, not letting anything come out. Great defense. Erbieta, 13 line, lobs it up. Here's Robin, left side, big backhand. We're going to stay up there in the front court. Lines up the rebote, powerfully thrown inside. Flying catch. Backhand 2 wall. Kicks out. Arta and Erbieta get their first point. Tied up, 1-1. Aratz, low runner. Erbieta steps in, takes it in at the 11 line. High and hard, big backhand. Where's the overhead screen? Robin just does get out there. Hiro aggressively moving up on it. There's a drop shot. 2 bounces, scores for Hiro. Devils take a 2-1 lead in our second set.
Hiro seems to have a certain momentum about him, especially as quickly as he regroups and comes back to make this serve. I think he definitely would like to finish it here in 2 sets.
Here's Erbieta from the 10 line. Big backhand. That is launched. Robin running with it. He does get out there, makes a good save. Erbieta, though, 8 line, going to drop it over the top. Tough pickup for Aratz. He makes it. There's a big backhand by Aratz. Forehand rebote, picked off the sidewall. Here's Aratz. Backhand low and hard. Erbieta coming on the inside. Powerfully thrown. Aratz again. Forehand Rebote, dropped over the top. Here's Robin, backhand, but a pass with it on the inside.
Backhand.
Good power, got it overhead. Forehand Rebote, or Aratz. Aggressive play by Hiro, cuts off another one. That backhand is on the
What a
wall. No
catch.
fear by Aratz. He pulls it in. His backhand clears. Forehand Rebote, dropped over the top. Aratz goes for the split placement. That is knocked down by Hiro up in the front court. Robin and Aratz get their second point. They now serve.
The frustration there was on the part of the Devils. The backcourter, Erbieta, was calling, saying, I'm there, I'm there. Hiro felt he had a better play on it. There is no right or wrong. There really isn't a right or wrong. It's whoever's got the better play on it. Hiro had a degree of confidence. He just wasn't able to execute.
Also, not a lot of time to react up there in the front, too, and you don't want that ball to blast by you and your backcourter to not be there. So, tough play. That is an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up for Robin. Here's Aratz from deep in the back with a long carom. Caught him going the other way. It will score. All tipped. 3-2 lead.
Tremendous effort by Erbieta. Erbieta sense, oh man, this isn't going out. This is landing in. I better get out there. Try to turn it into what would have been a phenomenal scoop just off the tip of his cesta.
There's a backhand inside. Aratz
What a
into the corner,
catch.
comes out with it. The long backhand two-wall. Good pickup by Hiro. High hard throw. Aratz keeping it on the left side. Beautiful play. One into the corner. Hiro coming back for it. That one dropping. No play for Robin. Aratz on the bounce. A wonky backhand coming out to the left side of Hiro. Able to cut it off. Gets this from the pass. Robin got to come out there. Got assessed on it just above the pad. Here's Hiro with the drop shot. Two bounces. Scores. 3-3. Devils tie it up.
Hiro saw that he had the inside wide open, and Hiro's capable of throwing hard day and night. Aratz not sure why he's doing so many plays off the sidewall with the backhand. That's not making a lot of sense to me.
You got to get some points up on the board, but kind of putting yourself in some difficult defensive spots here throughout the match. Backhand two-wall. Hiro had to take it. That was close. The carom. Oh, Robin got assessed on it. Gets the forehand off. Erbieta with a spectacular lead. That ball dropped way down. He's got it. Aratz, Rebote left side, the splitter. Stopped on the bounce by Hiro. Hiro hard throw. Aratz trying to get out there. He makes a ridiculous Rebote save. Big backhand again. This one to the outside. Aratz just does get out there. Back to the inside. Erbieta now. That opens up. He's not going to be there. What a point. What an effort. Again, Renegades get it. 4-3 lead.
If I were a traffic cop in Jai-Alai and I were assigned to that intersection, I would have no idea who's supposed to go where.
Yeah.
And I'm not being critical. I mean, everybody was going a different direction. That was something else.
Aratz is just everywhere in this match, Stu. Just when in doubt, don't give him a play on the ball, but I think a lot easier said than done. His range is incredible. I mean, his vision, his foot speed, I mean, good combination if you want to get to the ball before the second bounce, and he's got a knack for doing that, especially in this match. He's working hard. Erbieta takes in the serve. Strong backhand. That's on the wall. Aratz, what a play. Scraping it off the side wall. Rebote dropped over the top. Robin looking to cut it off. The backhand 2-wall. Hiro stops it. Hiro shoots it back inside. Giving Aratz a play on the rebote. That one stays inside. Erbieta running around it on the forehand. Shoots it low and hard. Aratz scooped it up. Erbieta now. Up overhead at the 10 line. Shoots it up the middle. Aratz on the bounce. Takes it in. Goes for the split placement carom. Hiro's got a play on the rebote. Drops it to the inside. Aratz. Costado, splitter, it's actually a 2-wall. Hiro on the outside with a good read. The carambola return, splits them to score. 4-4 is the score. The Devils serve.
Very
Beautiful.
smart play. Yeah, just really smart play by Hiro.
Well, he's been kind of keeping the ball to the inside and giving Aratz a chance front ways to make the catch and off the rebote. That time, took one of those out of the equation. Couldn't get there front ways. And rebote not there, in the cage. Backhand to the inside. Here's Erbieta. Hard return. That one kicking up and out. Robin all alone for the rebote. The 2-wall is too low. 5-4 lead for the Devils. After taking the first set, they have a possible set, a possible match point.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Robin. He scores with those. He's been working on it in practice, just has not been working for him today. That's the second Costado 2-wall he's sent to the pad in as many sets.
There's a big backhand by Aratz. Rebote played up at the 4 line. Powerfully turned by Hiro. Here's Aratz. Backhand low runner. Erbieta steps up, takes it in the air. That one on the wall. Aratz again. Great catch in the corner. Big backhand. Hiro, forehand Rebote. Powerfully thrown. This one passing Robin. Rebote just above the pad. Erbieta running around it. Keeps it on the left side. Big backhand again. Going to be another play for Robin. Is Rebote. Just drops it inside. Slows it down for the moment. Erbieta picks it up. Hard backhand. Here's Aratz. Erbieta, backhand, into the corner again. Aratz out there for the rebote, keeps it going. Robin calls him off, forehand, just above the pad. Erbieta shoots it low and hard again. That died off the front wall. Aratz takes it on the bounce. The 2-wall opens up. Hiro scooped it up. Hiro from the outside, shoots it back inside, low and hard. Aratz keeps it going again. Erbieta from the outside, from the backcourt, powerful throw. Aratz is there in the air. Backhand. Just launched by Erbieta. Robin has got to get out there. He does. Keeps it going. Erbieta now. Backhand. High and hard. And Robin on the inside. Got to move forward. He does. He gets it overhead and passing. Erbieta now scrambles. Hook to the outside. Aratz is there on the outside. Forehand low and hard. Erbieta scooped it up. Backhand inside. Just out of reach of Aratz. Has a play on the rebote. He keeps it inside. Erbieta going up for it at the 13. Backhand, high and hard. Passing. Aratz up there at the 8 line. Rebote with a big bounce. Erbieta settles at the 12 line. Powerful backhand. Aratz leaping catch going back for it. Hiro there to cut it off. Powerful backhand. Big backhand coming out all the way. Robin at the 3 line to the outside. Hiro gets there. Hiro's got a carom. Fake the carom to the inside. That will score
for the win.
For the win. Point, set, and match. What a point to end it. Hiro and Erbieta get it done. 6-4 in our final set, or second set rather. Stay tuned, Stu. Post-game show coming up just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gosherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gosherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gosherry, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point
win.
set and match.
Point set and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Battle Court post-game show. Andrew Bleckman joined by Gosherry, captain of the Renegades. Another win for your team on this game day. A little bit undermanned today, Goenaga dealing with that arm injury. What were your thoughts coming into this game day?
We thought that was going to be a difficult day because Gonaga was out, but we fight every game. We won. We make 5 points, so happy, and hopefully Gonaga will be back soon. So let's see.
Absolutely. And your doubles match, the one against Douglas and Iriondo, what goes through the decision in your head to throw a 2-all at 5-5 at a big spot in that match?
In the moment, I don't know. When I saw the ball, but I saw that was a good throw, and I don't know. I thought in a second, and I throw perfect. So
Worked out for your team. Congratulations. Keep the winning up. Send it over to Stu. Get those replays going.
And let's take a look at some replays from a fantastic day of Jai-Alai, including an extended interruption. Start off with singles. Here we go with some fantastic play between Hiro and Aratz. Aratz has been spot on in terms of his catching all season. Again, as I said earlier today, 2022 and 2023 has been the year of Aratz. Aratz is just playing fantastic. Specifically, what you see him do right there. He winds up. He doesn't hold the ball. It looks like he's going outside, but winds up going back inside, throwing just out of reach. He had Hiro guessing all day today, and Hiro wasn't able to establish any type of rhythm that we've seen from him. He's been spot on, but for instance, this drop shot, that ball's still in the air all the way back at the 5 line. Remember, the court's only got 13 lines. So if you're going to throw a drop shot, you want it taking its second bounce by 3 line, maybe the 4 at most, and that's about it. But Aratz was just spot on in this first match.
Tracking it down. I mean, kind of a common theme all day long. Look at that 2-all opening up to score, and haven't seen a defeat like that for Hiro in quite some time. Good start to the day for Aratz and really set the tone for the Renegades, a sign of things to come. Undermanned, as we said, but boy, they didn't play like it today. Look at the second match here, Douglas and Arta against Gosherry and Ubia.
Gotta say, it's always fun to see Gosherry and Douglas on the court. They have so much in common. Douglas, of course, does not have the amount of years of experience that Gosherry has, either professionally or amateur. But apart from that, they're only a couple months apart in terms of age, born in the same hospital in Connecticut. Fathers played against each other at the former Milford Jai-Alai.
Always fun, yeah.
Yeah, and so whenever they're on the court, they just have it's just a blast watching them play. They absolutely bring the best out of each other, and that's always good to see, while maintaining a good friendship, which is nice to see as well. This came down to quality play by the back quarters. Both front quarters were on, so it was just a question of who was going to play just that little bit better, whether it was going to be Ubia, backcourt orange, or Arta, backcourt red. And Ubia inched out Arta. Arta had a few misses, missed getting to a few balls, and that turned out to be the difference there. This got us to a singles match.
Yep.
Ben going up against Iriondo. And this, wasn't sure how to call.
No,
wasn't sure how to call ahead of time.
Wide range of opinions on this one.
You know, if I'm Iriondo, I'm keeping it on my left side. Here's what we mean by left side right here. Here's the costado. But anything on that left side is Iriondo's strength. When it gets on his right side, it's effective, but it's almost entirely defensive. Ben's foot speed today, his catching, shot selection was all just absolutely superior. He did a fantastic job from beginning to end, so kudos to Ben.
Look at this, Karam. I mean, not used to seeing the 2-walls from the right side from Ben, but that one well executed, and then how about that?
He had a couple that just beautifully thrown to the inside. This is what Iriondo does well. He makes those saves just beautifully. Forehand rebote, unfortunately, hooked in the pad. Pad is bad. And that was a straight set victory for Ben of the Renegades, taking it over Iriondo of the Devils. Iriondo's coming along beautifully, though. What a really nice young man he is.
Absolutely. Here's Stu. Ben gets the win, though. Kept the perfect day going for the Renegades, and this is a match. We're still in our first set, so hadn't dealt with that lengthy break yet here. Erbieta and Ubia. Ubia subbing for Gonaga.
I think I'm going to blame. I'm going to blame the. I don't think we're going to ascribe the technical error to the weather. I think it's Ubia. I think Ubia throws the ball too hard.
Yeah, it could be.
I think he snapped a wire or something else out there. So this is, of course, where we lost power for a little bit of time, but the players nonetheless stayed focused, stayed warm, came back out, and finished a really hard-fought match. Ubia, again, continues to adjust to the court, looking to move Erbieta around. That additional time of practice and play that Erbieta has really is what made the difference in this match.
Look at that. Neither foot on the ground, just lays it up. Nice-looking rebote here. Ubia, and to give him a play on it, good read by Erbieta. Far improved from what we saw in that spring 23 season, and he's a real factor for the Devils here. And good read. Look at that. Stop and bam. And a good catch there by Ubia. And look at that diving effort. Erbieta trying to get out there, and things got interesting here as we move through our second set. That brought it to 5-4. See Ubia here. Again, that powerful forehand winds up, throws everything like it's his last out there, too. And, yeah, just an alternative look at it. And, yeah, a little bit close. Getting out there. There's a rebote. Yeah, you see just the tough route there running around Erbieta. Knows where to put it back inside.
Erbieta knew right. As soon as Ubia cut to the outside, Erbieta knew exactly where he was going to throw the ball. And that's the difference in terms of the experience that Erbieta has. And that brought back out Douglas and Gosherry. And, man, the first one was aggressive. The second one was twice as aggressive.
I mean, look at the power coming here. Ben in the backcourt had it for a moment, just lost it. Was a tale of two matchups in the front and backcourt here. I mean, Douglas and Gosherry had some explosive exchanges in the front. You see one right here. Douglas cuts off the serve, whips it inside, and then gets that ball by Ben. I don't see many guys stepping in front of that serve. Douglas showing no fear today.
None. None whatsoever.
There's that nice three-wall play.
His position was perfect. He just needed to, his court position was down. Then he needed to change his focus to the ball and watch the ball come into the cesta. Beautiful catch by Gosherry. Both feet up off the ground. Returns a nice backhand there. Again, both feet off the ground. Back at the 10 line. Look at this play by Ben. Gosherry was out of position. Ben came in to save the day.
The scoop was just absolutely magnificent by Gosherry. No,
I mean,
it's
it's
just crazy. This is
Oh my
a scoop is basically not something you want to go for unless you absolutely have to. Look at Douglas here. What a catch. Boom to the outside. Gosherry's there. Yeah. Tremendous play off that side wall. And
that brought it to 5-5. Oh, sorry, that brought it. Yeah, you're going to get another. Yeah, that was the one that brought it to 5-5. Let's take a look here. Yeah, and just juggling the call there on the catch by Gosherry. You see the reaction, couldn't believe it, but bobbled around in there, brought it to 5-5, and this was the one. You see Douglas, I mean, whole body weight leaning inside. Once he saw the 2-wall, nothing he can do, and Gosherry threw that about as perfectly as you could ask for as well.
Yeah, he did.
What a shot, what a way to end it. 6-5, 6-5, Gosherry and Ben on the decisive 11th point in both sets. Big day for the Renegades. Devils needed some points in this last one, and Hiro and Erbieta, they delivered.
Yeah, again, tremendous play here by Aratz. Aratz, one of 3 contenders for Player of the Day. Aratz was just spot on. That was that assassination attempt that we saw there by Robin. But Hiro and Erbieta maintained their composure throughout the day. Good communication. Ball going pretty much well exactly where they needed to go. Just overall tremendous job.
Good deception there. Faked him out, dropped it inside between both Renegades. See, as we move on here into our second set.
That's the one where there was miscommunication between the front quarter and back quarter. Erbieta was there. Hiro thought they had a better play on it. Here's Aratz on the back wall, comes off the back wall to make the play. Just lands in. Again, Aratz was spot on all day today.
You see Robin lays this up. Hiro there again with the drop shot. Just out of reach.
Robin just not able to get there. Not able to get there in time.
See that 2-wall attempt, more of a
beautiful scoop. Carambola returns, splits the players up.
Okay, put it back to the inside. Aratz seemingly kept the rally going. Finally went for the carambola. That split him up. And then right here, you see him going for the outside placement.
But unfortunately put it right in the center.
Yeah, he saw Aratz going to the outside, faked him out, dropped it back in. A beautiful way to end that match. Hiro and Erbieta get it done there in straight sets. 2.5 points for the Devils on this game day. Again, maybe expecting a few more coming into it given the injury to Goanaga, but these Renegades have proven that even when they're undermanned, they're going to keep fighting, and they delivered yet again another 5-point performance for them, 2.5 for the Devils. And let's pull up those standings. We can see where all 5 teams stand. You got the Renegades 10.5 points ahead of the Chargers and Devils, who are tied for second place at 16.5. You got the Cyclones at 13 points and the Warriors down there at 11.5. Mind you, the Renegades and Chargers are 1 game day ahead of the other 3 teams. So the Devils tied for second, and they still have a game day to go compared to the Chargers. So not a bad spot for them on this game day. Player of the day, Stu. I know we talked about a couple of names that there were some candidates. A lot of good play today, too. So curious
if you were going to combine Gosherry and Douglas's name, how would you do it? Would it be Douglas?
You know,
Golas or Dochari? Or
Doshari.
Doshari.
That rolls off the tongue a little better.
Yeah. So Gosherry won both of his matches. So if you want to talk about who won, we could say it was Gosherry, and therefore he deserves Player of the Day. Aratz played absolutely fantastic. But Douglas was just locked in, and even though he came out on the losing end of both of those matches, he played so well and made so few mistakes. And let's face it, Gosherry and Aratz have been locked in for 2023, really without any question. 2023 has been their year. So my Player of the Day, especially because Gosherry unfortunately blew it by looking at the judge and telling me he didn't know what he was doing, which is a no-no. So for me, it's absolutely Douglas's Player of the Day.
I'll go with that here today. And again, I mean, a lot of great performances. Erbieta put up some points for the Devils. Aratz was everywhere in that final match. But Good choice there. Good aggressive play by Douglas of the Devils.
Those were exciting matches, weren't they?
Very fun today.
I mean, we
Yeah.
felt it back here.
Yeah,
I mean,
good
we
energy.
really felt it back.
I mean, haven't quite felt that in any other match with those
Yeah.
two guys going at it in the front. So we will get
lot of
another
fun.
matchup there in that third-ranked doubles. When we return tomorrow, it's going to be the Cyclones and the Warriors in action. Fifth-ranked doubles will get us started. Joseph and Julian against Ikeda and Bueno. Then top-ranked doubles, Inaki and Nicholas against Carballo and Manu, followed by Robin. You'll be seeing him again against Bueno and singles, then Nicholas versus Manny in singles. Two doubles will close it out. Joseph and Correa take on Carballo and Jedden, and then Joseph and Inaki. Bradley out again, so Joseph substitutes with Inaki against the second-ranked team of the Cyclones, Ikeda and Manny. Stu and I will be back to bring you all 6 games on tomorrow's game day between those two teams, the Cyclones and the Warriors.
And thanks for hanging out with us
Yes,
through our
Stu,
technical
thank you.
difficulties
Yeah, that
today.
is-
We hope you stuck with us, and we hope it paid off by showing you some phenomenal play there at the end.
Yeah, we'll be back with you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a good night.
See you tomorrow.
Hiro, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battlefield Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.